Welcome, everybody. My name is Ken Boland with Sparky Ai Highway Global. Uh, Call center, guys. We're so excited. We've had our call center up and going many times in the last several years, and we kind of set it aside while we really focused on our affiliate software, the duplication system, our advertising models. We got all these things in place, and this is a really powerful piece. When we add this call center piece, guys, it's going to go exponential, where all of our advertising dollars, all of your efforts are going to be a lot more productive when people come into our call center, or excuse me, come into our funnels. Statistically, we can have a 4x increase in conversions when people are going, when any of us are interested in something and we go through a marketing funnel. If we can talk to a person, the statistics are, if we could talk to our prospects within 1 minute of their showing their interest, then the conversions go up 391%, literally a fourfold increase in results. And so everyone in this call center is playing a very important part for our community. And guys, when you look at all the pieces we have in place, nobody has this in place. And if everyone knew, if you as you see us implement everything that you know right now, there's no one that has this. No one has anything close to what we have, in my opinion. Um, I feel confident in that because our radar has been up. Literally, we started this project 10 years ago. We've invested north of $1 million and a lot of effort, guys, to put together a system where we can help the little guy, help pretty much everyone be successful with a networking business by having everything done for them. Okay, now it's not something for nothing. It's not get rich quick. It's not a, you have to bring value. I guess that's the main point. It's not something for nothing. You do have to bring value. Now, the beautiful thing, guys, is we work as a team. What we like to say is the purpose of a team is to make everyone's weaknesses irrelevant. Okay, so we have some folks that they're busy and they have some money, and if they can buy one of our co-op packages, we go out and build them a six-figure income, they're happy. Okay, and they don't have to put in the time. On the other hand, we have folks that don't have the money, but they have the time, and if they can come in and participate in our call center, kind of bring a little bit of sweat equity, then they can get the same reward as the person that's putting in the money. With teamwork. And what I'm excited is there's a lot of individuals that do both. Like Kevin and so many of you here. You've bought the ad packs, and you're marketing on your own efforts, and you're showing up here. That warms my heart, Steve and I's heart, and our team, to see that you're so committed that to show up in every way and do everything that you can kind of to move the ball forward. And but yeah, this is a pivotal day, guys. And now just to give you some timelines of what we're looking to accomplish. First of all, guys, we have a core group of about 20 that Simone has been working with, been perfecting the process. And I spent the last few days catching up with Simona and saying, okay, what's missing? What do we need to really get this thing rocking? But our primary goal, our first goal, guys, is to have an onboarding room, a Zoom room like this, where when people go through our funnels, whether they sign up for free or pay for a membership, or even buy an ad pack completely on their own with automation, whatever level they participate in, as they're exiting, we're going to invite them, hey, how would you like to have an onboarding session? And let us optimize your marketing system and really help you position yourself for success to make the maximum amount of dollars that you can possibly make. Would you like that? Okay, of course, a lot of them are going to say yeah, and they're going to go ahead into a room with a team like this. Now we're going to have a moderator that will be initially from 8 in the morning till midnight. Mountain time from 8 to 10, which is midnight Eastern. That's our goal, is to get that completely staffed. And then very soon after that, guys, by building up this team, we want to have it 24/7. So what that means is, we are global. So what that means is whether they're in the UK or in Asia or anywhere in the world, and they go through our funnel and they want to talk to somebody, thanks to your efforts, guys, we're going to make you're helping us make that happen. And not only does that provide some income, some now money for you, and also we're going to introduce what we call Sparky points, where that leads to some wow money. Not only can you earn, now money, wow money, it really helps the entire team be more effective. And also means that if you're one of the individuals about ad packages, that you'll be able to have a better return with that. Excuse me 1 second, my camera's just a little off. Let me just see if I can fix that. All right, that's better. Yeah, so guys, we appreciate everybody being here. When you understand the rewards for being in the call center, I think it'll blow your mind. Okay, there's a way that you can make some now money, definitely, and we're going to go over that. And one of the phrases I like, I mean, imagine you take any job you've ever worked in your life, and you say, well, how much money did you make in that job? Well, I made, X amount of money, made 50,000 or 100,000, whatever you made in that. Imagine a few years from now, and somebody says, hey, Heath, you spent 3 months in the call center, 6 months in the call center. How much did you make? And Heath would come back and says, I don't know. They're still paying me. My check's getting bigger every single month. Where else are you going to see that? Nowhere. Okay. So guys, this is not just, a side gig. Side gig's a popular word. Personally, I don't really like it, because that kind of indicates you're going to have to keep on that treadmill and doing that again, continuous. And that's not really what this is. What this is way you can make some now money now, to help take care of your now money needs. But at the same time, you're going to be earning credits on our advertising program via Sparky dollars, and you'll be leveraging our entire system. And this entire system can bring not only extra money, but ongoing residual income, compounding income with multiple streams. Okay, right now we have our affiliate program and 3 streams of income. By the end of March, our target is by the end of this month, we'll have 5 streams of income. So with this system, guys, whether you're driving it with your own marketing efforts, our co-op packages, earning credits with Sparky dollars in our system, guys, this is so cool. Okay, excuse me. One of the things that one of the examples of how this works that really inspires me is an example of Sue and Janet. Okay, so Janet was just reaching out to our members and working with our members, making sure that they had some questions and needed some things. It wasn't even a sales call; it was more of an admin help. Well, she was talking to this gentleman, and we got on, after taking care of all those needs, got on the subject of ad packs. And then when we got on the ad packs, she explained the different packages, and he was pretty well set to go ahead and do the Premier Plus, which the equivalent in our new program would be the Elite. And but anyway, the way it has been in the past, that's kind of like a subscription to an ad pack. Okay, so he was thinking, yeah, I think I'll do that. Well, then she went through all the packages and showed him all, and you'll see that today. Went through all the packages, and she saw he saw the $5,400 package, and then when Janet let him know that we financed that, it would actually be less money than if he got the Premier Plus subscription. It's different for everyone. Around $200. And guys, that platinum package that you can finance for $200 can change your life. Okay, that's our intention. Is you can turn that platinum package. Our members can turn that platinum package. We're going to go over some numbers today that literally could build an ongoing residual income that could be 5,000, 10,000, and over the next, coming years could be 20, 30, 40, grow to several tens of thousands per month from an ad pack. Okay. And with financing, then you can employ OPM, right? Other people's money. So imagine you can come in and leverage $200 a month roughly and turn that into 5,000 a month, 10,000 a month. We're going to show you guys, especially with our new updated packages, people are really super excited. And if you haven't seen them yet, we're going to go over that today, guys, because it's really, it's part of the process of what we do in the call center. Okay. So what I'd like to do is I'm going to bring up our training site. And actually from right now, I'm going to go ahead and show you where you can access, let me get in the right place here. If you want to go in your actually your back office of our PhD Hub back office, I'll show you where you can go in order to get this website. Okay, it's a secret. Okay, it's kind of in front of everybody, but unless you're paying attention in your back office, you probably don't know that it's there. Okay, so let me just go ahead and go with pull up site here. Okay. Yeah, so what you want to do is in your back office, go to the Getting Started section. I'll go ahead and share my screen. And so you guys now have access to top secret information. Just joking around a little bit. Okay, let's see. It's not sharing the right way. Let me stop sharing and share that better. Okay, try that again. Okay, I'll just go to the base. There we go. Okay, so in your back office, if you go to the Getting Started section and you scroll down, now we recommend you watch all these videos, Getting Started videos, but if you scroll down to the bottom, you're going to see the button here that says Call Center Training. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and give you guys the password right now. You might want to write it down or save it somehow. And what the password is, it's Sparky, Sparky with the capital S, Sparky 2025 $. So Sparky with the capital S, Sparky, Sparky 2025 $. And then you hit submit. Okay, when you do that, guys, that'll take you to the site here. Okay. And so anything that's going to be of value for you on how to do the job here, you'll be able to go here, and we're going to be developing the site more and more. We're probably going to have a higher level of password protection for the next level of training, where we'll have a lot of confidential, calls, real life calls that we'll take a real life call stored in there, so you'll be able to watch these calls. And we're not going to have any calls out there that from people that didn't give us permission. There'll be permission-based calls for training purposes, but at the same time, we don't want to just have them available for everyone. But for right now, everything is on the site right here. Okay, I'll give you a little bit of a tour of the site here. So on the site, there's a little bit of a quiz. Now this quiz is more for our job candidates. We have a major campaign going with a platform like ZipRecruiter, Indeed, and we spent several $1,000s. We have thousands of applicants coming into the system. And guys, so let me break this down too. So we've had this core group of individuals that Simone has been working with, and amazing team that have been applying themselves to get to this stage. Now you've been invited because you've either filled out one of our applications, or you saw a Facebook post today and said, "Hey, I wonder what that call center is all about. I think I'll attend." But what you want to do is if that's the case, you want to make sure you fill out an application that is up here, the application page. Okay. But this here is more for candidates that are coming through the job funnel. And the reason for that, guys, is, I personally, I love the affiliate side, where people come in and they're treating it like a business and so forth. But with our call center, it really makes sense to open the floodgates for people who want to work a virtual job from home or from anywhere on the planet that they have internet connection. It's very attractive. So we have that group coming in. Now, in order for that ad not to be shut down, we can't do a bait and switch with the job applicants. So we have to have a path for them to come in and just earn commissions and not be forced into anything. So this is more for them. So you don't really need to worry about that too much. But my point is, the next stage is we're going to take our core group plus this group, and then we're going to really promote to the thousands of applicants that have come through that funnel. And then you'll have a chance to mentor and work with those individuals. And so guys, our short-term goal is 100 people in our call center. I know we'll have this to hundreds in a short period of time, and it's a very important piece to our whole system. But anyway, don't worry about that. Of course, you guys probably already have your marketing site, so don't worry about that. Um, if you want to get with a mentor, you can click this and you can schedule a mentoring session. Once you're trained and certified and someone books a mentoring session, it'll be with you. And guys, I should have said at the outset that this is a way that you can earn commissions and Sparky dollars, uh, all inbound, 100% inbound. People that are very interested and excited about what they saw enough to show up and they're like, okay, tell me more. Okay. So now we have roles where you can do some outbound follow-up, and there's still people that are interested and raise their hand that are interested. But that's for the select few. Okay. And if you're one of those, there's extra money you can earn with that. But for most part, guys, we're staffing inbound. Okay. So on this button here, so there's an onboarding course here that you'll use to go over with the member. We're not going to go into that today. And by the way, we have a Facebook call center group that we established a while back. Now that we're rebooting our call center, I would encourage everyone here to go ahead and join our call center, our Prosperity Highway Global call center Facebook group. And that way, guys, we can give specific information to you, to this group. Also, make sure you fill out an application if you haven't already. And then also, fill out this form on your availability. Even though that information is in the app, we like you to fill out that form so we have an availability matrix so that we can staff that 8 in the morning till 10 p.m. Mountain Time and eventually 24/7. So the more people we have, and we get that really organized, and we'll be able to go live with that. Now, the only thing we're really waiting for, guys, on that is our programmer. We have a new funnel. And so as they get the new funnel, they're going to add that feature where people will go straight into this room. So it's a beautiful thing. Okay. Now, if you're training one of these jobs candidates that have come through, the platform ZipRecruiter or Indeed, as they come through this, if you're training these individuals, this is your checklist here. And by the way, this little quiz, if you're in our call center and you're going to be talking to a lot of people, we'd like everyone to be updated on we were in our 4.0. We're in pre-launch on our 4.5, and it's going to be in a matter of days that we'll be launching our 4.5. But there's a lot of questions that people have about that, so you can take that little quiz and try to get to be up to speed. Okay, so guys, in our call center, we have onboard liaisons, and that's simply people come in the room, they say, yeah, can somebody show me how to set up my site and maximize my site? That's where you come in, okay? So where we like to start everybody is a liaison. And as you get to know more, not only about Prosperity Highway Global, but our income streams and the bigger picture, then you can be promoted to a prosperity consultant. Now, you don't have to. You can just say, hey, I want to stay a liaison, and that's fine. But in both of these, you can earn commissions and you can earn Sparky dollars, okay, or advertising points, okay? And now, when you go, then the step above that is when somebody says, so the prosperity consultants go from a $300 pack up to $5,400. So our new liaisons, if they have someone interested in the pack, they need someone to lean on, then our liaisons, onboard liaisons, can get with the consultant and help. And by the way, while we're on this, I want to just assure you that not only will we give you complete training on how to do the job, but we like you to shadow other people that are doing the job. Okay. So recommended, we have 3 to 5 shadowing sessions where you go in and you now, by the way, it's real important. You're there with like duct tape on your mouth. Okay. You're there to learn. You want to respect your trainer and just listen. Okay. So we want you to, so when people come into the room, they say, I want to talk to an onboard specialist. They'll pair them up with the liaison and you'll go into a breakout room in the Zoom room. Okay. Now, typically there'll be the client and there'll be a mentor, many times a consultant. And if you're new, there's you. Okay. So you'll go in there and you'll just observe for 3 3 to 5 sessions. Okay. And at that point, you might be saying, well, hey, I can do better than that. And that's fine. Okay. But we want you to see, look over Janet's shoulder and Simona's shoulder and Eduardo and Sue and John, et cetera, and learn from them. And then, we really need as many consultants as we can develop right now. Now, when you do that, then you do a commission split. Now you could do an onboarding session on your own, and we'll talk about the commissions here in a few minutes on what you can make in now money. And then also there's some phenomenal wow money. Like I said, I think someone can come in the call center, work 3 to 6 months, and set up a diversified multiple streams of income of a strong 5 to 6 figure income within the 3 to 6 month period, and earn some now money along the way. By the way,
Ken, that compensation plan is updated in the dashboard for you guys as well.
Oh, awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
bud. Appreciate
Yeah,
that.
you got it.
Hey, Steve, while you're here, how fired up are you about all this stuff coming together?
Oh my gosh, it's ridiculous. Talk about getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and ready to go.
Yeah, we had a meeting with one of our programmers this morning at 7:30 Mountain Time, and what's that, 4:30 your time, Steve?
Yeah. I was already 2 cups of coffee in by then. Ready to go.
Oh man,
Yeah,
I tell you, Steve, with the advancements of our 4.5 and then the call center, it's like game over.
Oh, this is extremely exciting. I mean, it's been a long time in the making, and we really feel like this is like we hit pay dirt, you guys. We hit pay dirt, and it's about time to really transpond to everybody, especially you guys. I mean, I can't thank you enough, and I'm so excited for you guys. I mean, my goodness, what an opportunity! What a way to really chip in, and that's how we're going to do it. We're going to group up, we're going to team up, and we're all going to go there together. That's how it happens. I mean, that's how it happens. Big teams win.
That's right. And like we say, like we've said many times, Steve, is the purpose of a team is to make everyone's weaknesses irrelevant, and even beyond that, accentuate your strength. Right. So, for example, we have sales roles here. The people that are good at selling and do like to sell. Well, if you're good at that, our belief is let's have you do that, and not worry about prospecting, not even worry about setting appointments. Guys, we haven't even talked about that role, but there's people that love to sell. So it's a great teamwork. Okay. And then you might say, well, hey, I like setting appointments, but I don't like to I don't know how to get a lead. So we have an army of people bringing in hundreds of thousands of leads into the system. So you don't have to do any prospecting. The leads come in, and now you can just be a helpful liaison, help people, earn some now money and enough wow money to change your life. And you never have to sell anything, really. So we have different roles in here, and that's the beautiful thing, guys. Is now, if everyone can have success within their limitations, within their skill set, within their comfort zone. Everybody in network marketing and home-based business, you got to get outside your comfort zone. No, you don't. Not if you're part of a team. Okay, let's analyze and see what gifts and talents you have that you can bring to the team, and we all win. Okay, so so we have the onboard, we have the prosperity consultant, and generally, what we're looking for with the prosperity consultant is you not only know about our system, but you know about our different income streams. You don't have to be an expert, but just kind of know what you're talking about. Okay, but like I say, the prosperity consultants. Well, first of all, as a liaison, if you're doing an onboard session and someone upgrades to a paid membership, you get paid. If they buy an ad pack, you get paid. Okay. And then if they set a solar appointment, turns into a deal, there's some really big money there that you can make just setting appointments. Okay. We'll talk about that a little later. So there's all this now money, and then there's ways that you can generate Sparky points, and that will create ad packs. And when you guys see what the ad packs will do, you might not sleep tonight. Okay. Because I tell you, the excitement level is just skyrocketed, because we've quantified it, guys. We've always known with this system, as it goes down and down and down and down, that you'll have a certain level of success. But we've raised the bar on ourselves. So not only do we assure that if you pay X amount up front for a membership, if 90 days, if you're not in profit, you just stop paying. It's on us to go ahead and keep producing the leads, whatever it takes to get you in profit, and then grow from there. So we've had that on the front end, but now, guys, when you learn our packages, we have assurance plan that if you buy this packet or this packet, we assure you X amount of paid members within our system. Okay. Now, we're still a unilevel with our program, but if you had 1,000 people in your paid members in this system, plus you have many unpaid that we're working on converting to get to paid. But if you had 1,000 members and you were in 5 streams of income, then we're just in our opinion, conservatively, you're earning $1 per person per month, or per company per month per person. That'd be $5,000 a month on those 1,000 people. The beautiful thing, guys, if any company disappoints, we unplug them and we put a new company in. So you never have to worry about starting over when you're plugged into multiple income streams. But at any rate, so we're with our packages, we're adding certainty to it. So if you buy this package, we're going to do whatever we have to do to get you those 1,000 members. And when you see these packages, they they kind of blow my mind. And a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, I've never had that level of success before. You mean if I buy this package, then I can have that team? And absolutely, we give you our assurance that see, we're not going ahead without you. Okay. A lot of times you hear all boats rise with the tide. It's not really true. Okay, you have great opportunity, but if you don't know how to recruit and get people on your team, you could be left behind. But not with this, guys. As you earn Sparky dollars in the call center, as you buy these packages and you get these Sparky points, then what you could apply to the packages, you have a level of assurance that when as we continue to grow and prosper, you already know, we're giving you some assurance of what it means to you, where you're going to end up in 3, 6, 9 months from now. Okay. But anyway, on the roles, so we have the onboard liaison. The point I wanted to make too is if somebody goes ahead and buys a platinum package, you just made $270. Okay, that's 5% on those packages. So not only are we paying the 25% to the affiliates for bringing the lead in, folks in our call center are having a lot of conversations every day. And so you could be making $270 per sell on those platinum ad packs. But in the beginning, you might need to lean on somebody. So in that case, the liaisons can reach out to a consultant and say, hey, can you help me? They could even reach out to another liaison and say, hey, can you help me make this sell? And then we do a split. So guys, you really never have to get too far outside of your comfort zone with the system, which is what we love. Now, as I mentioned, the consultants are capable of getting up to like the $5,400 package. We actually have an appointment later today for another $27,000 package, and so we have our Ruby and Diamond packages, which are $16,500 and $27,000 packages. Well, we really like them to talk to somebody that really understands what we have and can give them the right expectations and the right assurance when we're talking $16,000 to $27,000. But the great thing is, guys, you could be the liaison on the front end that queued that up to a prosperity consultant, you get paid. They make the sale, you get paid. Queue it up to an advisor, the advisor makes the sale, you get paid. So it's a great level of teamwork. And we have different product specialists. Not going to go too deep into that, but for example, we have, and we're going to be adding a lot more, guys. In the past, we had a money saving survey, and people take that survey, and it would drive. We could sell anything with that survey. From credit repair, personal financing, business financing, insurance products, you name it, guys. We'll need specialists in all those areas over time. Right now, we're focusing on solar, EV charging stations. With our savings company, we have a lower my bills for businesses. In fact, there's a special training, I think it's tonight, on that. If you're interested, then check in with Savings Highway to learn more about that. And also, we're going to have our Sparky in a box that you can sell to traditional companies brick and mortar companies, chiropractors, real estate professionals, you name it. So we're going to have a business product that you can sell as well. And we're getting a lot of requests for that. But you'll learn more about that as we go. But and by the way, the solar is a big one. That is adding so much income to our to what we do here. Okay. By the way, for our members that were on our training yesterday, in the liaison section here, you can go down and there's actually a demo that we did yesterday. So now, we're just launching this whole process. I did a recording, did a role play with Dallas on how I would do it. Okay. And we're really defining that, guys. So when you come in and you see the different roles that you can participate in, you can see, okay, yeah, I think I can do that one. And I'd like to do that one. And, I'd really like to sell solar, whatever it is, we want to eventually get you to that point. Okay. But everyone will start as either as a onboard liaison or a tech support. Okay. So if you're more like technical, just helping people, and you just don't want to do anything that resembles sales, then it might not be the onboarding. Because to be frank, guys, when you go, and you'll see that on the recording, when you go through the process, the first 3 tabs, you're just walking them through their back office. The first 3 tabs are a tour of the dashboard. You tell them where the getting started is. You help them set up their profile and tell them how to get their links in place and all of that. That takes about 15 minutes. Okay. Now the next tabs are going over the memberships. Okay. And if you're not excited about the memberships, then this might not be a role for you. Okay. But when you really understand these memberships, I think it's really easy to get excited about. And sales is just a transfer of enthusiasm. And if you understand the packages and can be enthusiastic about it, I think pretty much most people here could do that. We don't do hard sell closing. We let people know what the options are and whatever they decide. Okay. So I think most of you can do that. So after you do the memberships, then you go into the packages. Okay. And that's it. Okay. Now, what I think I'd like to do is go ahead and go through. Let's see. Lost the packages. Okay. So for our team yesterday, guys, now that training is there, and for all the new members, when you get access to the site, you can watch that. Now, one thing I would say, and I mentioned this in the training before and after this demo, is if you're just helping someone through the process and primarily earning Sparky dollars, then it could be a 30-minute appointment. But if you're getting in, you're talking about their memberships, they're showing interest, then you don't want to be in a hurry, because as they buy, you get paid. Okay. Then once you get into the packages and start talking about the packages, I personally, if I can make $270 for them buying a platinum package, and another $50 for the packages that they sold. So I made $320. I don't mind taking in 90 minutes or 2 hours if I need to. Okay. So when you look at the demo, I was joking around with Steve. I said, hey, well, the cool thing is I took close to an hour, but he bought the elite and he bought the platinum. So, it's worth your time. Okay. So keep that in mind when you watch the demo. Okay, so that's there, but yeah, let's go ahead and go over the packages, guys, because again, if you can't get excited about these packages, then we can find another role for you. But obviously, I think all of you, that's why you're here. Okay, I think we're preaching to the choir here, quite frankly. Okay, so guys, I'm going to go over these packages or the memberships. I'm going to go over the packages, and by the way, let me go to the let me find a back office page here. Okay. Yeah, so in the back office here. So just so you know, the job of the job of the liaison, what you're going to do is you welcome, you say hello to the person, you go in and you just start, give them a tour. You go to the dashboard, you say, okay, by the way, might want to watch the welcome video. And by the way, we have support calls every Monday. Recommend you plug into that. Thursdays, see, they just came in a funnel. They haven't even seen a webinar yet. So that's one of the things you want them to do is just say, hey, right now you're kind of looking through a keyhole. Really recommend you get on our live webinar. It's on Thursdays at 7 o'clock Eastern time. Highly recommend you go ahead and get registered as soon as possible. Join our Facebook group, access our blog. So you're just giving them a nice tour of the back office, okay? Then you just go to the getting started and you just let them know, okay, here's a getting started. We recommend you watch these videos. By the way, here's the compensation plan as an affiliate. And then also here's the compensation plan for the call center. So all of that is right there. So you'll go ahead and explain, hey, you're kind of giving them homework. Here's the getting started. Go watch the videos, and that's going to help you out. And then you go over into the account section. You're going to go in and help someone set up their profile, put in their links for the businesses that they're promoting, put in their video that promotes anything that they want to promote, and then their social media links. And all of those things they put in there are going to show up on their members' dashboard. So every paid, every unpaid member, every time they log in, they're going to be seeing your links for your other businesses. And so you explain that to them. Now, all of that here, guys, should take about 15 minutes. Okay, so then you're going to go and talk about the memberships. You're going to talk about the multiple streams of income and help them get registered with the multiple streams of income. And when you understand our memberships, we're basically bribing them. It's like you'd be crazy not to be in the income streams. You'll see why in just a minute. But in addition to that, if they're not in the income streams and they're building a team, well, let me just show you that. So when you click here, let's say you haven't joined Reach Solar, it's free to join. Why wouldn't you? But if they don't go in and sign up off their sponsors' links and then put their link in there, then all of their recruits are going to go sign up with their sponsor. Well, we don't want that. They don't want that. So your role as an onboard specialist is to help them prevent that. Okay. Plus, the other thing, when you understand the pricing of our memberships, they're either going to pay us $20 for the entry, or the 20 the first month and 50 every month after that, or they can stay at the 20. The next level, they can join at 100. Or it should, 100, it should be 50 for the first month. It'll be 100 every month after that, or you're going to help them lock it in at 50. And the same thing, they can, for the elite, 250 a month. They can start at 200. If you help them get to the income streams, it'll stay 200. If they don't get with the income streams, their next payment will be 250. So it's like we've removed all reasons not to, pretty much. It's like, okay, you're going to pay the price one way or another. Do you want a one income stream or three income streams right now? By the end of March, do you want one income stream or 5 income stream? So that's our job as onboard specialists, help them understand the membership, help them understand the money they're leaving on the table. In effect, guys, we're paying for it out of a discounted membership. So everyone here, I mean, most people here, 100 a month for the platinum. Well, congratulations, all platinums. So the price is being dropped now, 50 to 50. Even if you're in the insurance plan and we're taking your membership out of your commissions, we're not going to take 100 anymore. We're only going to take 50 if you're certified in these income streams. So it's just kind of like no brainer. like John likes to say, when you understand, it's like yes, no, or duh. Okay, so it's kind of a no brainer. And so our job is to help them understand the membership, understand, hey, you need to get in these income streams, not only for, the upside, but, kind of the fear of loss. It's like, you're losing money if you don't. So let's fix that. And then you go over the ad packs. When you enter the ad packs, it's just mind boggling. Okay. So let me go back to this website here. All right, so guys, this isn't official call center training here in terms of mechanics of what to do, but it's training that would help everyone, affiliates and people in the call center, and it's certainly essential that you understand this. Otherwise, you can't do your job. So now this is new, so some of you might. Well, I think everyone will get some benefit out of this. Now, in our demo, I was doing a role play yesterday with Dallas, and I asked him, well, how many people have you got in your in network marketing and building a home-based business? How many people have you had in your team? And he said 4. And so you spent time, you spent money, and you've never had a team bigger than 4. And he said no. And that's not typical. I mean, that actually, I mentioned that in network marketing, the average person sponsors less than 2, or less than 3 for sure. Okay, so here, guys, somebody come in, you buy one of our ad packs in the future, and you pay $300. And this system, we're giving you an assurance that we're going to have 30 paid members in our system that are that are plugged into multiple streams of income. So we'll build you a team of 30 people if you buy a bronze package. Okay, pretty amazing. We'll make sure that you have 4 direct personals and 30. Okay, now that's going to be our ongoing price. So guys, right now, you guys are a really incredible window of time. And this was to say thank you for everyone that's been patient with us during our launch and transitions and different things. So rather than you be limited to these benefits, by the way, anyone that's bought a bronze package or any of our packages in the past will be able to roll right into here and get the special I'm going to talk about next. Okay, so that's pretty exciting. Okay, you're going to get leads, you're going to get directs, you're going to get a team build for you, and just like our assurance plan on the front end, we're not going to stop until this system and our team, this whole system, gets you 30 paid affiliates. But now, guys, we have a special where it's 90 affiliates. Okay, how many of you have had 90 people in your team that? And I don't count one leg in a binary, by the way. You could have 10,000. It doesn't mean you're making anything on it. Now, if you have another leg, if you would count the other leg in the equivalent value, then I would go off that number. But most people have not built a team of 90 people. So guys, not only when you come in and with a membership, we help assure you of a certain level of membership, but with this package, we take it to a whole nother level. Now, excuse me, I did kind of take that side road, and I forgot to come back and actually explain the membership. So pardon me. Let's do that, but you at least have a taste of these packages, and you're going to see how powerful the larger packages are. Okay, so you obviously, guys, we want to help everybody, and if somebody needs to come in for free, and they could join Reach, it's free. One of our 2 next companies we're adding is free, so they can come in and join for free and find a way to drive leads into the system. And Sparky will call them. Our call center will follow up with their leads, take them, put them on, sign them up for them, and do all that for free. Okay, so and a lot of our members, quite frankly, when they come in the funnel, they get a free account. Now, our job as marketers and a team is to reach out to them and say, hey, there's a lot more here for you. Now, the next step up from free is the plus membership. So that's $50 a month. You get 25 leads coming in every single month. It's going to happen. Okay, it's dialed in. It's not maybe it's going to happen. It's going to happen. So 25 leads every single month. Sparky will be calling them. And by the way, we did shift here recently, guys, to the United States because Sparky is really set up to dial in the United States. Our financing packages are in the United States. Our solar is in the United States. I want to be clear. We're global, and anyone outside the United States, if you understand a lead in the United States is probably easily worth 10 times as much. So nobody in our global network should be disappointed if we're getting them leads in the United States because they're worth more. Okay. Now, that being said, you can market worldwide, and if we can collect money and pay money, they're welcome to join no matter where they're at on the planet. Okay. So we're still global, but our marketing is contained in the US. Okay, so with that, and by the way, our conversions, guys, are going to go through the roof because of that. Okay, better leads, reachable leads. Sparky, we're tuning up Sparky with our programmers. Our conversion, I'd say minimum is 5x. Okay, so really, these leads would be worth much more these 25 leads would be like worth 125 because of our conversions are getting so much better. Oh, and then of course this onboard is a 4x right there. Okay. So they come in, and by the way, by having a lower ask price, $20, we expect that'll help our conversions, right? To go from free to 20 is not a big jump. They have 30 days to go in, really check it out, and decide what they want to do from there. So they're going to pay 20 a month, and we have our assurance plan with that, by the way. And so for the 50, okay, so they come in at 20. If they get multiple certified with multiple streams of income, then it's going to stay 20. If they don't get MSI certified, then we're going to bill them $50 and until they get plugged into the companies. Now, where it makes it no brainer, guys, and the reason why we gave a $30 discount is it removes the barrier. Okay, so that is so they're set up paying 50 a month, and if we said, okay, we want you to spend another 20 with Savings Highway, Reach Solar is free, and a maintenance of $10 a month with Live Good, there's 30 a month. People are like, well, I can't afford that right now. I'm just going to stick with the membership. Well, now we've taken that away. Okay, so you're going to pay all inclusive 50, 100, and 250, depending on what membership that you want. The difference is, are you going to just be in an affiliate program, or are you going to be in 3 to 5 streams of income? So it's kind of a no-brainer. If you're going to move ahead, we don't want. So this is when you're talking to our onboard, you're doing the onboarding. You say, hey, I don't want you to pay that 50 next month. So let me help you out. Let me help you get registered with those streams of income. So instead of paying Prosperity Highway Global 50, you'll pay Savings Highway 20, Live Good 10, and Prosperity Highway Global 20. So let me help you save money. Let me help you go from 1 stream of income to 4 streams of income like that. So who wouldn't want that kind of help? So that's beautiful. Okay, so kind of a no-brainer. Oh, and then of course the assurance plan guys, they pay the 25, excuse me, the 20, 20, and 20 to us, and they're in the income streams. If they're not yet in profit, to cover their $20, then we'll keep working until they are in profit. Okay, so whatever it takes to get them in profit, as long as they have their payment in their wallet in the back office, and we can pay from their wallet, not their card. That's the goal. Let's get them in profit where they're paying their membership out of their commissions, not off their credit card. And if we haven't accomplished that on all of these memberships, guys, after 90 days, it's on us. We're putting the weight on our shoulder to do what we have to do to get them there. So, guys, we're so excited about the value here. Now, the Pro, this is equivalent to pretty equivalent to the Premier that you guys are used to. But if you're MSI certified, your price is going to drop down to $50. Okay, not 100. Now, you might say, well, hey, I'm in the insurance plan. What do I care? Well, you're still saving money, because when we take your membership out of your commissions, instead of taking $100 out of your commissions, we'll take $50 out of your commissions. So that's our, we're thanking all of our Premier members. Hey, we're giving you a better deal. Okay, your price is cut in half, and the product just got a whole lot better. Okay, so what we're going to do, guys, is in the future it'll be 100. Our promo is 150 leads per month coming into your account. Sparky will be calling all of them because they're in the U.S. Well, Sparky will be calling. We'll be sending text messages, email messages, and when they click on the lead, we'll be retargeting them on Facebook. Guys, we're going to be massively following up those 150 leads for you. So I don't see there's going to be hardly anybody, if any. I feel very confident, guys, that our members with 150 leads going in for 90 days, that they're going to be in profit. It won't even be an issue. Okay, so that's super exciting. And of course, that's going to duplicate and duplicate and duplicate through your team. But we still have the assurance plan. So if they come in and they paid what they pay after 90 days, if they're not in profit, we'll keep working until they have $50 in their wallet. And then when they have 50 in their wallet, then they'll pay out of their profit. So I'll tell you guys, I mean, Steve and I and Don and our leadership here have done networking for years, and we've never seen anyone give an assurance of any kind of result ever. But we do that right on the very, very front end. So I want to assure you guys, we really care about people. We're not here to take people's money. We want to provide value that's 10 times worth what they're paying for it and change people's lives. And we will. So we're proud of what we put together, guys. One of the things I like to say is when you look at a company, a network marketing company, you could tell the values of the company a lot of times by their compensation plans. Do they have games and gimmicks and gotcha? Are they trying to try to get away with paying you less? And guys, we're just the complete opposite of that. We care so much that we say, okay, out of your entire life, can you pay one of these packages for 90 days? And if you can last 90 days, then we pick it up from there, and we'll make sure that you're in profit and your team is growing. We created this. We haven't copied anyone. I don't know anyone that does this. So I think that really shows, and sometimes with our imperfection, guys, people get impatient and so forth, but you're limited. Your exposure is limited, and then the rest falls on us. Okay. And anyway, so incredible value there. People are crazy if they don't get in the multiple streams of income. Like I say, with the elite, once you get to the 200, let me,
Ken,
yeah, go ahead.
can I just add to that real quick?
Yeah, sure, buddy.
And you guys, the fact that, with this 4.5 system coming out and all the changes that we've made, it's going to be a different game. It's going to be a total different game. We're going to be setting the expectations for all the new people coming in correctly. And we're going to be able to meet those expectations out of the gate. So it's going to be a different game. It's going to be all in a totally different ballpark, you guys. And so that's exciting. And it's going to reduce the amount of negative energy or expectations unmet energy coming through. And it's going to produce a lot more people that are really willing to do what it takes to get to where they want, because we're putting, we have this system, we have Sparky, we have all of this stuff going on, but we're really able to kind of put some of the responsibility back on on the members as well. I mean, we all need to, there's a level of responsibility that we all need to take in order to reach financial freedom. I mean, we're going to have to do some work. We're going to have to roll up our sleeves. And you guys are prime examples of that. I mean, hey, you might not be the next best networker, but you're good at onboarding, or you're good at talking with people. And that's half the battle, is just getting people in front of you to talk, just getting people's attention and saying, hey, look at what we got, and let me explain it to you. So we're solving those issues. And, again, changing the game. So I just wanted to quickly mention that, Ken. Man, you're doing such a great job with this training.
I'm glad. I thought you're still on the road. I'm glad you're here. We could tag team this, buddy. So
yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, guys, we are so committed to you. And Steve getting up at 3 this morning. I went to bed at 1 last night, back up for a meeting with programmer at 7:30. Guys, we're giving this everything, and we will come through for everybody here. And with these guys, we're tenacious. We're serial entrepreneurs that we don't know quit. Okay, we just know you keep adjusting. Pivot where you need to pivot, make whatever change, keep going forward, and you're going to get there. That's just how we are. We like quit. I don't even know how to spell quit. What are you talking about? So anyway, yeah, these new changes, literally, and that's one of the things I mentioned recently, is people think that, okay, you're going to go from, like a 20-story building, one to 20 on a prorated basis. Well, no, as you're putting it together. In fact, one of the mentors in marketing, Alex Harmozy, talked about you launch a campaign, you're going to lose money. And then you're going to figure out what worked and do more of that. You figure out what didn't work and do less of that. And then as you make those refinements, then you'll make enough money to make up for the money you lost. Success is you just keep moving forward and you figure out what works and you pivot. And guys, the pivots, what we're making right now, it's the point I was going to make, it's like exponential. So we get 4 times as many leads. Okay, we're not going to have 4x, because if we could 4x the conversion just with this call center, now we're 16x, right? Then we tune up Sparky. Now we're at 20x. So guys, don't think in a prorated basis. You can get a lot further financially. We could get there a lot further as a team than you even dreamed possible. And now, guys, with this call center, oh my gosh, it's game on. Oh, one thing I just wanted to go back to. So I'm so fired up about this, guys. 750 promo leads. Okay. Now, or yeah, 750 leads for the 200. So when you look at the packages, we're focusing more on depth. Okay. Now, does that mean you're not going to get with the affiliate program? No, not really. Because if you took the 750, if you just got 2% conversion on those 750 over 9 months, you'll be over 100 people wide. Okay. And if you're doing marketing on your own, so many will still have width, but what we wanted to do to accomplish is take the resources of the company and use that to drive the depth, and then back it with an assurance plan to where you can hang your hat on something. So it makes it less ambiguous. Okay, well, if we have this duplication, what does that look like? So that's when we look at these ad packs. So if you just came up with $300 and get into there, then most people have more success from that than they've ever had. Now, keep in mind, depending on if they're at the pro, the equivalent of the premier, 150 leads every month going in will be adding, could take that, anyway, it's going to keep growing and growing and growing. Because Steve, do we cut their leads off after they hit that goal, or they still keep getting those personal leads coming in?
That's right. The leads will be continuously flowing nonstop.
That's right. So guys, this is all powerful. I can't wait to go down to now. Again, so what is your job as an onboard person after you spend 15 minutes giving the tour? You're going to talk about the membership. If this membership makes sense to you, that it's a small amount of money, they decide what they can afford, but we back it with an assurance plan. I could get excited about that. Nobody offers that. Now, we're not forcing them to the elite over the one. We explain it and they get in wherever they fit in. But no matter what level they start, we back it up. So nobody's just going to give us their money and then be a loser. No, we stand behind every dollar that anyone pays us. We stand behind it with our assurance plan. And now with our packages, we're standing behind it. Okay, so let's go down to the next level. So our copper package, okay, that's 95 with the regular, but right now with our founder special, it's 280 people. Okay, so if you're in 5 income streams, does it make sense if you could trade $900 one time for $1,400 a month? Does that make sense to you? I would say so, right? So now, if it was relying on your talent, and you've never had success before, you might say, well, I don't know if I can do that. But you're not relying on you're relying on a team of people and a system, and you're leveraging millions of dollars in development and everything we put heart and soul in to make this happening. And so you don't have to just believe in you anymore. You can believe in us as a team. And guys, we can make that happen. So if a member sees that, and guys, especially if we can do financing, we can finance that package. But especially, okay, does it make sense 900 to turn it into 1,400 a month? Now, that is estimated, and maybe double that. Okay, so we're not guaranteeing, right? It's an assurance plan. We don't want to use the word guarantee because life's not guaranteed. Okay, but here's what you can be assured of: when we go on to massive success, we're taking you with us. And if you buy these packages, we will fulfill. Okay, you have our word on that, and talk to our team about our how they feel about our integrity, and several of our members, and we stand behind that, guys. We will deliver that, period. And we have so many profit centers to back that up to make us feel super confident to make that happen. Okay, so the silver package, the future deal is 200 affiliates. Right now, it's 600. Okay, so someone that now, if you've already bought that package, guys, you can roll that right in, and you already know, hey, I paid these guys 1,800. Well, we're going to build you a team of 600 affiliates, paid members in our system. Okay. So that's an estimated 3,000 a month for that. Okay. Next level is gold. Okay. In the future, it'll be 430. Right now, with our founder special, it's triple. By the way, when we go live with this, that could be a week out, then the triple goes away. Okay. Now we'll have promotions and specials from time to time, but this triple is gone once we go live. Okay. So that's why it's great that we have you guys stepping up, to really make this available to as many people as possible. Okay. The gold package, 3,600, 1,300 affiliates. Okay. By the way, guys, I'm going to put this in terms of Savings Highway for a minute. Okay. So in Savings Highway, when you get to 500, you get this trophy called an executive trainer. Okay, we have several spots. We have several of these executive trainer trophies. So, and then there's extra bonuses on top. Okay, with Savings Highway. So you get a gold package. You're pretty much going to be a first level of extraordinary success in Savings Highway. By doing that. Okay, now this next level, that gets fun. You get over 1,000. Okay. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, so that's 1,300. So just using Savings Highway as an example, you will be what's called a senior executive. Okay, that means you have over 1,000 members in your team, and you get more money, more bonuses. Now, here's the cool thing, guys. You notice the personals. So we assure you that you will have enough personals so that not only do you have the team to get these trophies and bonuses, but you'll have the personals to get that. And you could be a senior executive with with Savings Highway. If you're 10 wide, you're completely qualified for everything. Once you get up to executive trainer with 500 members, then you need 12. Okay, so you notice over here we make sure you have 15. Once you get to the senior executive, you need 15 members. Over here, you've got that. Okay. Now the next level can get you to this level, which is vice president. And vice president, you need 20 wide in Savings Highway. And with here, we assure you that you will have 20 personals. So not only will you have the number of affiliates to get to vice president. Now I think vice president's 2,500. Because the point, it doesn't get to 2,000 and stop. Okay. Very likely to grow and compound. So imagine you get this platinum package, you get a triple. So we're assuring you not just of 650 associates, but 2,000 associates on your team in our program. And so 5 streams of income. So does it make sense to pay $5,400 to turn it into 10,000 a month? And if you can finance it, does that make sense? So guys, I could sell this all day long. I believe it 1,000%. I believe we'll deliver it, and you share the information. Now, if you just share the information and people can look at it, they can, sell themselves on it. It does help if you're sold, right? So the sales is a transfer of enthusiasm. If you can get excited about these packages. Now, by the way, guys, when we talk Sparky points, this is what's really cool. Is you'll be able to earn enough Sparky points, and I would say 6 months, you'll own a platinum package if you never even took $1 out of your pocket. Okay. So literally our expectation is you come in, you put in, not an hour a day, but good effort, and you're showing up every day and you're earning Sparky points, you're earning commissions. It goes to that statement, guys, say you worked with us 6 months and you earned a platinum package. And your income is growing and growing and growing. And that's why I say, if someone says, well, how much money did you make in the call center? Are you talking commissions or total? Well, total. I don't know. They're still paying me. My checks are coming in every single month because I earned a platinum package in here. Oh, by the way, the other cool thing, guys, along the way, even if you're just earning points to get one of these bronze packages, and so you have leads coming in, somebody converts. One lead comes in and they get a platinum package. Because you're now an affiliate, you get a $1,350 commission. Okay. So as you're going along, a lot of people would say, hey, I think I'll take an upgrade, take my commissions and upgrade and get, so if you look at you can just rely on your Sparky points, but when those turn into commissions, you can jumpstart it with your commissions as well. I mean, I'm speaking not of your call center commissions, but your affiliate commissions. Okay, so anyway, guys, super powerful, super exciting. And so this is the special. Now, right now, guys, in the back office, if they go to sign up, they're going to see the old deal. And we're going to have a button in the getting started. You'll be able to scroll down and click that button, and all of this will be available. Okay, so when we're done here, in fact, I think Steve said that was in the works. But as fast as a programmer can put that button there, you'll be able to see all of this yourself. Of course, if you have access to the training site, it's right there on the training site as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
that'll be today.
Okay, awesome. Thanks, Steve. Okay, so now, quite frankly, this is where most of our liaisons and prosperity consultants comfort zone is selling up to this point. But you know, if you have someone interested in a ruby or a diamond, then you may want to go to us. Okay, so say, hey, I have this person really interested in the ruby or the diamond. Can I get some help? Okay, but why would somebody want to buy a ruby? Okay, now you cannot finance the ruby or the diamond. We don't want the exposure with our account. Unfortunately, some people come in, make big commissions, and charge back, and then we're upside down, and we're paying a lot of commissions on this too. Okay, if you sell one of these as an affiliate, you'll make almost $2,500 commission plus all of this. But people can buy these with crypto or wire transfer or ACH or something, but we don't run it through our merchant account, and you cannot finance it. But still, does it make sense to buy a Ruby package and within a year turn that into $35,000 per month? Okay, now a lot of you would say, hey, if it's $4,000 a month, I'd be happy. If it's anywhere in between, I'd be happy. And that's true. But guys, we're not going to quit marketing and building underneath you until we hit this commitment, the 7,000 affiliates. And again, our estimation, when you guys understand the solar, we're going to talk about that takes that to a whole nother level. Okay, so the diamond package, oh my gosh, doesn't make sense to pay a one-time 27,000 to create 12,000 affiliates in our system. And if you were getting paid 5 times, it is $60,000. Now, Steve, I left out a very important part on these packages, didn't I? I've only talked about the affiliate commissions. I didn't talk about bonus pools.
No, that's right.
You want to talk about that? You want to talk about the bonus pools?
The bonus pools are fire, you guys. We're talking about fire.
In fact, I don't have that slide in here. Do you have where you can share that?
Yeah, hold on. Let me pull it up.
Okay.
Nothing like getting put on the spot here real quick.
Well, yeah, we said we're going to tag team it, so
That's right. Yeah.
you're it.
I got it right here, so it's not a big deal.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay, I'll start. Go ahead, Steve.
Getting ready to share.
Oh, before he does that, let me make this point. I really want to register this point, guys. It's so significant with our system. Don't go. Well, can you not share it for a second, Steve? Let me just.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay, this is such a powerful point. I really hope you guys get this. In fact, Eduardo, he came through an agency that we hired, that they hire global talent. You know, where you could, we pay them like $1,400, and they get someone in the Philippines or Mexico or India, you know, Dominican Republic, and pay them peanuts. And we experimented with that model. And so Eduardo comes on, he's doing a phenomenal job. And for me to say, no, you just be happy with your 700 a month in the call center. You're not entitled to prosperity. I could not do that. Okay. I can do that. I don't want anyone in our call center making peanuts. If anyone's outside the US and they have less financial need, great. We don't reduce the compensation plan for them. They can just get to a full-time income that much faster. Guys, we're so passionate. We want every one of you to build a strong 5- and 6-figure income as soon as we possibly can. But here's the special point, guys. It's really cool. As you're serving our community and helping people, and helping them go through the process, and you're earning whatever commissions come in, and you're earning Sparky points. Here's what's really cool. I started this and then forgot to come back to it. So Janet, for example, she was following up on a lead, went through, and the guy decided to get the package, the platinum package, and finance it. And so she made $270 and she was happy. But then she realized who the person was attached to in our system, and it was Sue. Sue's in our admin. She does a wonderful job. She loves helping our community. She's earning credits in our system. And that person happened to be coded to Sue. So here's what's really cool. So Janet was happy to earn the 270, but then I think she was even more happy. She called up Janet and said, "Hey, Janet, I just signed up a lead and upgraded them to platinum." And she said, "That's great." And she says, "Guess what? It's your person. You just made $1,350. And and Sue's going, "All right." Right. So here's what's cool. Not only are we saying that you're not limited, to just earning wages, you're all working for each other. If you look at the screen, you're all working for each other. If you're earning Sparky dollars, that means leads are coming in, and the chances of you talking to of your own lead is probably 1%, which means when your leads come into this team, your teammates are going to be making money for you. And, we've been known for building really cohesive teams that love each other and work together, because I tried to really align teamwork together. I've never seen this before. I've never seen this before. We're not only it's great to say, "Oh yeah, work with Sideline. We all love each other," and that's great. That we do that anyway. But now when you draw a direct compensation line where somebody comes in and says, "I don't have time to be in the call center, but I'll buy a platinum package." And now all of you are working for that person. Okay. But it's not one way. Okay. But then on the other side, you're like, "Hey, I love to sell, but I don't want to have to prospect. I just want to sell." Well, we have appointment setters. And then the appointment setters, "Well, I like setting appointments, but I don't like prospecting and finding people to set the appointments for." Well, that's what the affiliates are for. So see, the affiliates bring the lead in. You guys set the appointment. Somebody else sells. But when you're earning Sparky dollars, that's the big dollars. When you're earning Sparky dollars, now leads are coming in your name. And now someone on this team, just like Sue made a commission for Janet, boom. So that's really special, guys. I just really wanted to make sure you guys understand this. Nobody here is a lesser one. Nobody here is better than anybody else. We are a team. And by the way, I will back you guys up. I built a lot of businesses over the years, and a lot of times they say, "Well, the customer's always right." I don't believe that. Okay. Customer can come and a customer can go, but you're a very important part of our team. Now, I'm asking you, please be respectful, and you have to, be a little patient. We appreciate that. But know this, if somebody comes in and they want to give you grief, we back you up. Okay. But you guys are really important, and there's not one person in our whole system that we want to say, "Well, let's limit them to 1,000 a month." I mean, literally, there's no one here that could not move on with this model to get to a strong 5-figure a year, most likely a 6-figure, and potentially over time a 7-figure income just by participating in this call center. So I think that's really special. Anyway, over to you, Steve. I didn't mean to interrupt, but I just wanted to just share with you guys how special this model is for us.
Okay, here we go.
Uh-oh, I'm not seeing whatever's making that noise, Steve.
Oh, hold on.
We're seeing a spreadsheet.
Oh, I have the wrong. Stop share.
I know it's too easy to share the wrong screen.
Hang on.
I'm pretty good at it, that.
I have this great intro to the.
Oh yeah, I want to start using this intro with our events. It's pretty cool.
Okay, here we go.
That's nice, Steve. That's awesome.
There we go. Bonus pools.
All right. Let me just say something before you do that, Steve. Sorry. So we talked about the multiple income streams. You're still making money on the affiliate. There's the income streams. Now, when we say, well, these 2,000 people that's in my organization, or 3,000 people, or 10,000 people, I'm not getting paid on those. Well, now, guys, that's changing. Okay. Now we don't want to become multi-level because that would hamper our ability to do marketing, to finance the packages. So we're committed to staying on one level. But we believe if you're really going to contribute to this team, not only are you going to make money from the multiple streams of income, but we want to share our revenue with you. So with these bonus pools, anyone that rolls from the old program to the new program in terms of leads will qualify for this. And this could be very, very powerful. Go ahead, Steve.
Yeah, so I mean these bonus pools are really, really a great selling tool, especially when you guys are explaining these ad packs to people and they're like, okay, well, the gold is a little bit of a reach up to that 3,600 point. Well, not only are they going to be getting added value with having the concierge service, so that concierge service also grows every level that they come on board. So it goes from twice a week to weekly to daily, 5 times a week, for the ruby and the diamond package. So those are good things to key in on because that's so darn important. I mean, as they're building their team, especially as we're bringing in people and they're bringing in people, we want to get them placed correctly in those multiple streams of income so they can maximize their commissions. And their whole team is going to cascade down from that and benefit, as well as most of those folks in their team are also going to buy ad packages, and they're also going to be encouraged to get the bigger ad packages so then their teams can be built out correctly. That's incredible on itself. On top of that, once you get to the platinum level, then you start getting the reach dialer like Ken was explaining, also placed into your downlines. And imagine how many, if you have 3 big legs going, and then you get 3, you get other platinums, which they will be getting that. And then they get reach dollars and they have concierge service. Now that team is going to explode and it's going to continue to be built out to maximize everybody, including you, especially if you started out or your new members that you're talking to are started out correctly. On top of that, now we've got bonus pools starting from the gold package up. So in order to qualify for one of these bonus pools, you have to be in that ad pack, in that level of ad pack. Once you move forward, so you have a gold package, okay, so you qualify for the first bonus pool, up to 2% share in the total company membership revenue. So that means now everybody on your team, everybody in the entire company is basically on your team.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
That's what's incredible. And you guys, we are going to build this to $1 billion company. It's not going to happen today or tomorrow, but it's going to happen. And, our original goals were set on doing this in 2025. Can we still reach that? We feel that we probably could. Can we reach it in 2026? Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And, that's not too far off. You guys know, especially us guys that are a little bit older, time goes pretty quick. Pretty darn quick. So, the gold package, that's where it starts. You get to share in 1% of the company total revenue. Now, I'm going to let Ken talk about the line maxes because that's really his genius on the line maxes. But what I can talk at is the extra percentage that you get. You guys really need to understand this, okay? Especially when explaining it to others. So one, you get the 1% no matter what if you qualify as a gold member and you have 25 paid members in your total downline. in the Sparky system. They don't have to be connected to any multiple streams of income. We know they will. A very, very high percentage of them will, and you'll be collecting revenues from all of those companies. But now you're going to be able to take and earn commissions from our company, from our platform, for all of those members. 25, as long as you have 2,500 in your paid membership, according to they have to be in, and I'll let Ken talk about the other qualification, but then you're able to share in 1%, whoever else is in that same pool at 1%. You'll be able to share 1% of the total company revenue. Now, if you have your own leg from your own marketing, from share, or your whoever, I'm going to say you, but I'm really talking about you and whoever it is that you're selling this to, your you're explaining this to. If you guys have one leg, at least one leg that's producing, one or more legs that's producing 50% or more of your total volume of paid direct members. So if you have 12,050 plus, once you reach this 2,500, then you're going to be able to share in an additional 1%. So you're basically doubling your share in the bonus pool. That's significant. So that's really going to reward folks that are going to work. And like Kevin, like Heath, I mean, so many of us here are doing things in Sabian, and so many of us are doing a lot of things to bring in our own people. Do this 30-day, 60-day, 90-day. It'll be a 120-day challenge. It's going to be automated. We've got an app coming to help you. You can talk to your friends, and you can share with your network. This is an opportunity worthy of sharing and getting excited about this. And so if you create 50% of your total volume, once it meets that number, then you can qualify for an additional percent, and that continues. And so people are like, well, the diamond package, that's $27,000. Not only does it have everything that Ken just went over, but now you can have up to 4% share of the total company revenue for all the memberships. And there's going to be a limited amount of people in that pool. So you're going to be sharing a lot. And once that pool gets a little bit diluted, we have another executive bonus pool coming. So that's down the road. That's something that we can all aspire to. But that's how exciting the pools are, you guys. And it's really straightforward. Whatever package they're in, they qualify for that pool once they hit the other qualifications.
That's awesome, Steve. Want me to chime in? Yep.
Yes, please. Yeah.
Okay. By the way, there's a question in there that if they sponsor someone, they finance the package, do they get paid? Yeah. So when they use Affirm or Klarna or PayPal Afterpay, we get all of the full money. So we're able to pay the full commission out from day one. Or, you earn it, and then we pay out according to the company pay cycle. So I hope that answers that question. One thing I wanted to point out, this is a little easier than it might look in terms of building another leg. Literally, I mean, if you did the social media post, Steve has a 60-day social media post that's incredible. Any way you get somebody outside of our paid advertising model, that's a self-generated leg. Now that person can plug into the entire system. They can join the call center. They can buy packs. You still get the full credit. I mean, really, when it comes down to it, there's not a leg that you would build that wouldn't be exploding because of our system. Okay. But we wanted there to be a little bit of, see, when it comes to the pools, we're going to pay this out anyway. Okay. But if we structure it right, then it'll make sure the pools are worth being in. Okay. So if we had one leg and went down 10 levels and the guy in the 10th level created the volume, and all the other 9 are in there just riding on the coattails of that one leg, it would dilute the pools and they wouldn't be worth much. Okay. So we're not trying to raise, have any gotchas or anything. It's just, trying to be smart to create the pools that'll be profitable. So you do need to have at least 2 legs, or you could have 20 legs, it doesn't matter, but you can only count, it's called a line max. So 50% line max on 1 leg. Now, when it comes to the self-generated of 1250, you don't need to have half of your whole team because you might have a runaway leg. But of the 2,500, 1,250 have to come on self-generated. So when that happens, then your percentage double. And so now I want to just reemphasize, guys, we're not a pay-to-play model. In the terms, you can come in for $20 and earn a $1,350 commission. You don't have to buy the platinum package to get paid on the platinum package. We don't believe in any of that, okay? But we did want to have an extra incentive for people, to do what they're doing, okay? And also with the packages, and you could get there. Now, this is a significant point. If you have your eye on a higher package, you could say, well, I'll start here and I'll upgrade to here and then I'll get to here. And you can do that. Right now, though, we have a window where you can get triple. You can get there 3 times easier in terms of, getting to a platinum package or whatever level you have your sights on. So I recommend getting there, getting financed or getting as high as you can now. If that makes sense to you. We're not pushing anybody, but it's going to be easier to get there because of the triple, anyway, the specials, or when you buy a platinum, it's going to be worth more. So that's the point. So you want to get up to that level as soon as you up to the gold and above as soon as you can. But if you were to put it, well, obviously you could invest or you can reinvest, so to speak, from your profits. But as a reward for, financing it or doing what you have to do to get to the platinum or the gold, if you do that now, it's worth 3 times as much. So just wanted to be clear on that. So once you get to the higher pools, then you can only count a maximum of 35% off 1 leg. So in other words, you'll need 3 or more legs. Okay. So you might have one that you're maxed out on, and then you qualify on 10 other legs, get you the rest of the way there. Okay. So it's just kind of pool management that I've learned. And by the way, Savings Highway has a leadership pool the same way. They take 5% of the company revenue, and once you get to a certain level, you get your prorated share in Savings Highway. Live Good has pools like that, and I wouldn't be surprised if Reach added that as well. So we love this because it really gives a reward for teamwork, and really pays you outside of your direct line of compensation. And again, guys, so our goal is get you platinum, get you 2,000 paid members. And you might say, well, I'm not getting paid on most of those. That's true right now, but you're getting paid in the other streams of income. And when you get here, that changes that. Then in effect, you're getting paid off all 2,000 plus everyone else, plus the rest of the company. So really in essence, Steve, if we have 5 streams of income plus our affiliate, that's 6 streams of income, plus they have 2 of their own, that's 8 streams of income. I would say, Steve, this is a 9th stream of income, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So
Absolutely.
so there'll be 7 streams of income with us. And if you have 2 of your own, then you could be one team, guys, paid 7 times. So that's pretty cool. All right, great. Well, thank you, Steve, for sharing that. Did you want to share anything else before we go to the next step?
No, that's it. Yeah.
Okay, guys. Again, this isn't mechanics on the call center on this first training, because every one of you are coming from a different point of view. And again, if you could get excited about our memberships, then it's easy to be an onboard specialist. If you can get excited about these packages, it's easy to be an onboard specialist. So it might not seem like direct training for the call center, but really it is, right? Anytime you're getting commissions on anything and effectively selling, you have to have product knowledge. So we did take the time, make sure, and plus there's a lot of our new members that don't quite understand this new package, and so no matter where you're at, I hope that this has been valuable to really understand our 4.5 system.
Hey, Ken, can we just answer a couple of these questions that are in the chat before we move to the next?
Yeah, let's do that, bud. You bet.
Okay. The first question that I just want to talk at real quick is, yeah, okay, it says, did I hear on Zoom that the new ad packs will be available for purchase later today? So the answer is that whatever's current right now, you can purchase at any time. When we go live and the new packages actually show up, it's going to be the ones that were on top. Those are the normal package pricings. Those are going to go live. Okay. Anybody that's got one of the packages or packages that equal, like if you have a silver and, or if you have two silvers or, and it each equals a gold, then you can convert those two silvers to one of the gold founder packages. Or if you have a gold in place, you can convert it to a gold founder package when that form comes available. But after we go live, those founder packages are going to go away. So you'll never see those founder packages go live on your dashboard. It's going to be the normal pricing. Once that happens, those founder packages are gone forever. Whoever's got an ad pack in place at that time is eligible to convert to a founder's package. I hope that it helps explain that question. Did you have anything to quickly add to that, Ken?
Yeah, just kind of, tied to that on the membership, just from a transitional standpoint, because I see that's a question coming up in here. So just to be clear, guys, what do you have to do to convert from a Premier to the Pro and start saving $50 a month out of your commissions or off your charge on your card? That's all going to be handled for you guys. You don't have to worry about that. We're going to roll everybody from the Premier into the Pro. So that's pretty clear, I hope. Now, of course, the Plus is a brand new product, so that'll be easy for new people coming in to enroll to that. But we had, as everyone, just to be clear, guys, we're changing, we're removing a frequent cause of confusion. With our old system, you have the Premier membership, which is $100 a month for 90 days and free until we get you in profit. But it's $100 a month. And then people would add the Premier Plus for $150 the first month. And then after we fill, you'd be charged $250 for the next batch. So if we were hitting up monthly, you would be paying $250 a month plus $100 a month. So it'd be $350 a month. You're getting the same thing for now $250 a month. Okay. And actually even better, because the $250 actually, we discount that another $50. So you're going from $350 to $200. So you're actually saving $150 a month by having, instead of having a Premier and a Premier Plus, we're combining that into one membership. That was the frequent point of confusion. We get people do a support ticket and say, I want to cancel my Premier to get the Premier Plus. I'm like, no, it doesn't work that way. You have to keep the Premier in place. We've shifted now, guys. So when that says the best value, that definitely is the best value. It's phenomenal. Okay. So for $250, that's all inclusive with your 5 income streams. And so 200 with us. And that gets you 750 leads. Again, Steve, if we did that, I think it was over 100 people. Okay. So if we only got 2% response on your 750, so 750 times, let's say 9 months, because that's the potential lifespan to get you to platinum with 2,000 members. Hopefully it'll be sooner. Okay. But so that's 6,750 leads. If we converted 2%, it's 135 personal recruits, guys. Okay. So are we saying you can't have a lot of frontline? No, we're not saying that. But from our budget, when we're spending hundreds of thousands of dollars per month, it's in the team's best interest that our paid ads go deep, because it locks in your people and their people and their people and their people and their people. We have marketers that'll still go potentially 100, 200 wide. Now, a big tip here, guys, make sure that that's in our affiliate program only. You want, with Savings Highway, you want to make sure that they're, of course, it's a force matrix anyway. So, you'll actually create spillover for your team in Savings Highway. The same thing with Live Good. And with Reach, it's on a management level, but we advise going deep. So even people going wide that way, but in terms of consuming our company resources, we're going to make a lot more people happy by doing it this way, guys. Let's say if we deliver, 500 wide to you, well, you're happy, but there's 300 people over here that are not happy because they're saying, well, where's my leads? Because what we're finding is those paid leads, they're expensive. We're paying upwards of 10, 15, up to $25 for a lead. You do the math on the leads you're getting, guys, it's expensive. The leads that we're providing with these packages and the personals that we're helping you get, that's incredible. But anyway, you do the math, guys. If we got 2% conversion on the leads that you're getting for this, that'd be 135 personals, just so you know. And so that's an incredible package, guys. That elite,
That's crazy incredible.
Oh, and Steve, how many people buying a similar package would it take before their package is free?
Yeah,
Four.
four.
Yeah. Because your commissions just went up, right? So every elite that joins,
or the one that buys an ad pack.
right, there you go.
Yeah. Ad pack.
Exactly.
And that actually leads me into, there's two other questions I want to field, and then there's a couple more at the very end of the chat there, Ken.
Okay,
But
great.
the one is on commissions. The question is, memberships versus ad packs. Must I have a membership in order to get affiliate commissions, or will you get affiliate commissions if you only buy an ad pack and not a membership? So this is a really, really simple answer. As long as you're at least a plus member at $20, you qualify for commissions across the board. We don't limit you on any commission. You can get commissions on everything, anything and everything that we offer.
Yep.
So you have to at least be in one of the paid membership. You cannot be a free. The only people that do not, the only affiliates that do not, or the only members that do not qualify for affiliate commissions are unpaid members, free members. That's it. Everybody else qualifies for everything. Okay. The next question was, what are the next steps to start in the call center? So I have a two-part answer for that. This is it.
You're here.
You're here. And we appreciate your time. We're going over a lot of information and we're going deep, and it might sound like a pitch or a presentation to you guys, but it really isn't. We're really working our best to help explain everything so you have a full working knowledge. That's what we need you to do in order to be in the call center. We need you to understand this stuff up and down, backwards and forwards, left and right.
Mm-hmm.
So that way you can help answer all of these questions for the new members coming in. And as we continue here today, we'll lay out your next steps after today. So you're here. This is it. This is the next step. You made it. You are being absolutely 100% groomed right now and trained and, fast-tracked into our onboarding call center.
Hey, Steve, I want to add two quick things to that. When you go on the training site that hopefully you've been able to log into and have access to the training site, if you have not yet filled out a full application, on the top, there's a button to fill out an application. Go ahead and fill that out. Okay. And then also at the bottom, there's an availability, and this is probably the most important, an availability button. Okay. Because as fast as we can get you guys trained, we can go live. Of course, a little bit of programming is holding us back, but that'll be less than a week, I hope. But put in your availability, and when we can staff this from at least 8 a.m. Mountain Time to 10 p.m. Mountain Time, then that's a home run. Now we can go live with certain hours, and then if we're not live, then they can set an appointment. But really, what we really want to do is go 24/7. because that's going to help us globally as fast as we can go to 24/7. So that's why you guys have been invited here today. We have this with our core 20 or so, but now we've opened it up to more. And then also that'll let us know who showed up here today and make sure you don't fall through the cracks. Okay. So if you go down at the bottom of that training site and click on availability, that's really what we're going to go off from. And guys, on these forums, please make sure that you fill out your email. We had some people on our other forum. Unfortunately, we didn't make it a required field. So we
If
weren't able
I
to.
get 2 months right now on telepay, if I
Thank you. I don't know. Had an open mic. See, now I got to start off. No, just joking.
So, if I can, I've got another question I want to help answer, and this is a tricky one.
Okay.
This is a really important for you guys to understand about the assurance plan. Okay, so the question is, one, how does the assurance plan work? Two, if it's a seamless conversion from Premier to Plus, or I mean Premier to Pro, or Premier Plus to Elite. This is how it works, you guys. Okay, so the assurance plans that we put in place for our current memberships for the Premier and the Premier Plus are based on you guys breaking even. We just worded it because we are offering direct signups with those packages, with those memberships. As we've been discussing, we have to go away from that model. We cannot sustain with that model. That model is not working for any, it's just not a sustainable model. We cannot meet expectations of every single member coming on board, especially as we reach hundreds of thousands of members. We cannot do it, especially not from day one. And that's what people expect, is like rapid response. We can, however, fulfill those expectations by pumping leads into the system from day one, and continuously pump those leads in and follow up with them and do everything that we're going to do with them and create conversions out of that as we go. So once we are past that stumbling block, then the conversions are going to come. But right now, the conversions aren't coming because we have the stumbling block of offering direct signups for those memberships. Okay, so there is no more direct memberships on the direct signups, assurance on any memberships. But what we are assuring is that you're going to be breaking even. So that's still a count that still basically equates to having signups, whether you're using the system to get them, whether you're using all of the Sparky follow-up and all of the things that we put in place to create those on your own, or the system, or you're getting them from the leads that we're pumping in. However you're going to get to break even, that's the number one plan. Let's get you to break even, and let's get those conversions. Let's crush the conversions across the board. And you got to understand, you got to look past your own nose, is that in order for us to get conversions, we've got to have a sustainable, deliverable product. And we can deliver and we can sustain providing unlimited leads pumping in from day one to every single person's membership dashboard. That's going to create conversions. And with going to the Plus membership for $20 to get signed up, that's going to create conversions. So you're going to be getting members, but let's get you, let's meet everybody's expectation out of the gate, and that's going to create conversions. So the new assurance plan will be, if you're not breaking even, then you'll fall right into the same assurance plan. So that's what the assurance plan is. It's so you break even. It wasn't number necessarily.
Plus we cut the cost in half. So instead of 100, it's 50.
Right. So I hope that helps explain it. And, it's really going to be an important thing, because we're going to come across that a lot, you guys, especially doing onboarding with members that are already on board. It's going to come across more often than not. And to be able to explain it kind of the way that I did is probably the best way to explain it. It's really to benefit us. And that's what the assurance plan always was for, is so you only have to really pay for your membership for 90 days. And it's still that way. If after 90 days, you don't have enough money in your commission bank to pay for your membership, we're not going to charge you assurance. You're having insurance that you're breaking even. Once you're breaking even, hey man, it's game on, right? No matter how we get you to break even, let's get you to break even. And then now everything else is gravy. Now we still do have the direct signups and team sign up assurance in the ad packs. So that's still there. I hope that helped answer that question. It's really important. I think that's a really important and a tricky one.
Yeah, guys, I mean, how many of us, I mean, I think about this, guys. I mean, Steve and I and many of you have been pioneers and, you know, serial entrepreneurs. My first business in my 20s, another business in my 30s, and in real estate, bought 200 homes in 36 months. I used to co-own 140 homes. I've been at the top of network marketing companies, built $1 million survey business. I mean, I've done so many things and learned so many lessons. But man, you know, I've had some pretty high highs and some pretty low lows. and you know, we all know the word entrepreneur. What we're creating here, guys, is an entrepreneur system where you can have the complete upside of anything I've ever done in my life, and your downside is what we talked about. Your exposure is $250. Let's say in 90 days of the elite, your exposure is $600, or let's say with the packages, you know, $750, less than $1,000. But yet you could plug into a system where everything's already figured out for you. It's already done for you. Lead generation's figured out. We'll be pumping in 500,000 leads here in the next 45 days. You guys will have leads. We'll have Sparky calling them. This whole system, literally, guys, you could, you know, it's like I said it, forget it. But, you know, that's a big part of our crusade. We want to help so many people, from people that have struggled with network marketing. I mean, imagine a young person coming in and retiring within their first year of working. I could see that happen. I mean, retirable. I mean, don't retire, you know, keep clerking with us. I could see people that are older and figuring out, you know, creating more retirement income in a year with us than they spent in 40 years of working their whole life. That's pretty dang special. And that's our crusade, guys. But you don't have to pay the price and lose the millions of dollars that I've lost and make, you know, I've made millions and lost millions. You know, I've got the scars to prove it, right? But we paid a price here so you don't have to. Just come in and plug into a system. We work together as a team. Let's create unlimited prosperity for everyone in our system, not only affiliates, but every single person in our call center. You know, you're invited to the prosperity party. Nobody's left out here. Let's go with Albert real quick. And guys, I want to show you one last piece on the compensation that is really huge. And stay tuned, please, for this. It'll probably take me, 8 minutes. So go ahead, Albert.
I'm just thinking, well, somebody's asking a question about being a setter and they're in the call center.
That's my next point. That's where I'm going next, by the way.
Oh, is that where you? Because
Yeah.
I'm already, you know that I got I got my MSI and all that. So I'm not sure where the call center people are going that way.
Yeah, that's the last piece I want to cover, guys. And
Can I just answer a couple more questions, Ken?
Yeah. Do that, and that way we're not splitting it up. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So one is our commissions still 25% on signups. Absolutely. 25% across the board, except for the Ruby and the Diamond package are 15%. That's for affiliates. Now Ken's going to go over the call center commissions as well. Another really key question was, don't free members get commissions added up until they become a paying member? Yes and no. If they've got members that are paying them commissions, as far as I understand, this is a great question, but as far as I understand, if you have 5 paid members in your system and you're a free member, and you're generating $100 a month in commission, let's say from those memberships, until when you go paid from that point on, every commission that's generated, which includes the $100 from the next month, that's what you get paid on. We're not going retroactive, but in a sense, yes, you are free members are building up commissions because those commissions are residual. Now, if somebody buys an ad pack while they're a free member, no, we're not going to pay them a commission on that free ad pack on that ad pack when they upgrade. That's you know, we've got to have reasons for them to upgrade.
Yeah, I mean, guys, it's $20 to get started.
Right. Yeah.
It's-
If they're getting sign up, man, you better talk to somebody and get upgraded right away, because that one person could create a $4,000 commission. Like, happens there all the time, every other day. Diamonds are being purchased.
And they could come in for free and they can drive leads. And every person that comes in Savings Highway, they earn $20 for the first month. They can earn $25 for every sign up and live good. They could bootstrap it for free and get some profits going. And, you know, we want to help everybody. And we, you know, they can come in the call center, earn their way, right? We're not trying to leave anybody out, but if people qualify for commissions before they pay a dime, then everyone's going to want to earn commissions and then join, and it undermines the whole thing. So, you know, we think we're being about as reasonable as you can get. $20 to be and by the way, we have a lot of stories where people come in for 50. Now they can come in for 20. They came in for 50 and made it a $1,350 commission the next week. We see that all the time. And we love those examples, and we want everyone to make that now money.
So I have a couple other questions real quick. These are important ones too.
Okay, by the way, guys, we will have this session on the training site, so that anyone, if you need to go back and listen to something, clarifying something, and for new members. So we're going to do that. So these sessions will be on the training site. And then as we get new sessions, we'll replace these sessions with the new sessions. But go ahead, Steve.
When will the first elite payment be due? So if you're, okay, so let's say you're Premier Plus, and you're past 30 days of the Premier Plus and you're in the assurance plan, and you want it, and we switch you over to the elite, it'll be 30 days from that point. I know that we still got to work that out, Ken. That's actually a really good
Yeah,
question.
that's a great question. Yeah, because we got creative a little bit too, guys. By the way, we've been adding up packages. So if somebody bought like a copper, a couple of bronzes, and I'll just tell you this right up. So you don't need a meeting with us if you can figure this one out. And if you get even close, we'll figure out the last part. But let's say if you bought a gold at 3,600, and if you buy a silver, I think is 1,800. If you add 36 and 18, that's 54. You're a platinum. Boom. Okay. So if you could take the products and get them, package them together to equal where you want to end up, you're invited to go ahead and do that today. You can get that done. And then we promise you can add all of everything you've ever spent outside of your membership, and we'll put that together in a nice package for you, and then give you a triple on it. You'll qualify for the triple on that.
And as
I
far
did that yesterday, Ken, for my
And-
wife, I guess.
Awesome.
So I got the gold, and well, I already had the copper. So I did the math, and yeah, I'm excited for it.
Now one other little creative tip here, guys. Janet and I actually did this with the guy. So a 300 actually would put him a little over, or a little under. He bought 2 300s to get there. And what I recommend, I said, well, why don't we do this? Why don't you buy enough to be a little over on the packages, and why don't we take the overage and prepay you on your elite for 90 days? And so now he's positioned with the highest leads, 750 leads a month coming in. He's vested for 90 days there. He'll never have to pay us anymore because he'll be in profit or he won't pay. So what a great position. If you can have a platinum and be on elite and you're paid up for 90 days, and going forward, we'll never hit your card again, right? We're just going to deliver and deliver. So we can get creative that way. So you can, but yeah. And now what we're trying to avoid, which is going to be a lot of manual work, is you can get close and then you could say, well, can you bill me for this amount, which will get you to the package you want? And yes, we can do that. But that'll be a manual process. And so I'm just giving you a tip. If you want to feel like, hey, I want to lock this in now,
Yeah.
then you can go ahead and do what we just talked about.
if you want to do an invoice kind of thing or anything kind of wild and crazy, or you just want to talk to us about upgrading to a package, DM one of us, send us a message, and we'll work with you. But to answer that question about the Elite, when will the first payment go due? It's actually something that I just wrote a note down, and we'll get an answer for you right away. That's a great question. Thank you for asking that question, because we need to figure that out. Exactly how that's going to work. Here's a little bit of a tricky question. And I think, Ken, you can help me answer this and kind of put this into perspective. But okay, so let's say you're already a Premier and you're already a Premier Plus and you've been paying for it. And so, you paid 150 and you paid 100, or maybe your past insurance, you paid 250 and you paid 100. And then we convert you over and your bills come and due. Will we be crediting you anything? Because we're not, the answer is, the short answer is no. We won't be crediting you anything, but what we will be doing is combining those two into one plan. So you're not going to be charged for both moving forward. You'll only be charged for one. But we packed it full of so much darn value, and 700. That's why we're promoting it at 750 leads. You know what that is? That's like if you go try to buy 750 of these premium leads that we're pumping into your system, it's going to be at least $750. So you're already getting a tremendous amount of savings. On top of that, you try to get an AI bot calling and texting and emailing and dropping voicemail, you're going to triple that. You're going to pay about $2,000 minimum to follow up on those and to purchase and follow up on those 750 leads. $200 all of a sudden doesn't seem like that.
Yeah, by the way, if you missed our last team call, I recommend you go watch it. It's lengthy because we're rolling out a whole new program, lots to cover, but we invited our lead provider, who's one of the biggest lead providers in network marketing industry, period. I loved all the comments because everybody knows, I mean, a lot of our marketers know this guy and says, oh man, Ron's the real deal. And, they're already doing business with him. And literally we took off his website the best you can do on discounted. Well, across the board, I'd say the average was more than $1 per lead off his website on a special. And so for 200, if you went and said, hey, Ron, can you give me, 700, can you give me, what you're going to charge me to give me X amount of leads? If you're paying him 200, you'll probably get 200 leads. Okay, maybe. So here for 200, you're getting 750 leads. The value is way there, and you're getting lead. So not only lead gen, but all the follow-up. That's the other thing that Ron mentioned on that. That's a great call if you haven't heard it. And Ron talked about, most people, what they do with leads, they don't call them. So people are inspired. Brian Tracy calls the law of diminishing intent. Man, I'm gonna get these leads and I'm gonna call these leads, and then they don't. What are leads worth that you don't follow up on? Well, you don't have to worry about this here. You have 750 leads in there. We're gonna follow up on all 750 leads for you. So I mean, man, how much would you have to pay somebody to call through 750 leads for you? That's all included in this.
All right. So the other question is, and then I think we're going to move on. I think we'll be answering a lot of these questions as we go, and we can do some more question and answer. I know we need to get moving on to some more.
Yeah, I really want to show you this next part, guys, because when it comes to compensation for doing the onboarding, it's twice as good as what you've seen so far. So you hang into this next part. It's even better, way better.
It really is. Okay, so the question is, and this is also kind of a tricky one, and I think that we're working out part of it, but I think we do have an answer for the other. Okay, so the assurance plan, does it start over? If you upgrade, let's say from Premier, and then you get converted over to Pro, and then you upgrade to Elite, does it start over? Do you get another 90 days? Yeah, the answer is yes. You'll at least get 90 days of the assurance plan. Now, if you're already in the assurance plan, that's something that Ken and I are going to have to work out. And I made a note of that too. This is a great session, you guys. Thank you guys so much for helping us. You know, there's a million, I mean, literally almost a million moving parts for us to launch this 4.5. So these are great ways for us to expose some of this out of the gate. And this is a core group, and this is the time to do it.
Yeah, and we want to be more than fair, guys. We want you to be happy. So always feel like you can communicate with us. And what three things, guys. If we have a deficiency, we'll admit it. Okay, we'll acknowledge it. The other thing is we'll take responsibility for it. We're not going to turn it around and blame you. And we make concessions. Okay, that's my rule of doing business with any business. Will they? Because no business is perfect. Okay, and if you keep, you know, Brian Tracy says you can't, or Jim Rohn, you can't keep pulling up the plant, see how the roots are doing, right? The key with anything is get started and don't quit. But my measure in staying with any company is, if there's a deficiency, will they admit it? Will they acknowledge it? Because if they don't acknowledge it, they won't take responsibility. And if they won't acknowledge it and take responsibility, your chance of getting any kind of concession is zero. So and I take pride in that, guys. We're committed to excellence over time, but we're not perfect, and we acknowledge. So if we make a mistake, we'll fix it, and we'll fix it, and we'll work with you until you're satisfied. Okay, so again, we'll acknowledge any deficiency, we'll take responsibility, and we will make concessions. So when we're looking at this transition, we'll be as fair as we possibly can. The main thing we're trying to balance, guys, is our time, right? We can get stuck in the mud, or we can make a quick transition and go create abundance really fast. So that's the main thing we're trying to balance is what can we handle with programming? What can we just like, okay, let's set reset. Now let's go crush this thing. Especially when we talk about the next thing we're going to be talking about, we'll be so focused on making money, we're not going to be looking back in the rearview mirror, so to speak.
Yeah, and then one really cool question, and that's it. And you know, I just want to, you guys got to take that to heart. You know, remember that. I mean, that's something really, really important, not only for yourself, but for all of the people that you're sharing this with, and all the people that you're talking to. You know, if there's ever any kind of a situation, just let them know. Say, hey, you know, maybe I don't have the answer for that, but let me make a note. Let me get with the owners. Let me get with the leaders. And I promise you that these guys are, you know, going to, if there is a problem, they're going to take responsibility for it. They're going to work on creating a solution for it. And more than likely, they're going to work with you and give you some concessions for having you have to, you know, fumble through that issue. And that's the darn truth. Where else do you have, you know, owners and leaders that are willing to do that, we're going to back you guys up. And so just say the right things to people instead of saying, oh, I don't know, somebody must have made a mistake. You know, I'm not sure who made that mistake. Let's just take responsibility for it. Say, yeah, you know, we're not perfect. You know, we're getting started, and, you know, there's a lot of things going on. And if that is an issue, I wouldn't necessarily say, oh yeah, that's a problem. I would say, you know what, I'm taking a note. Let me check into it. Let me do my research. And if there is an issue, then I can assure you that we're going to take responsibility for it and we're going to make it right. But you definitely want to be passing that information on as you move forward, and this is something that Ken really taught me, you know, because I'm in business. I do my own businesses, and I constantly get customers that complain. They're totally not correct, but I always take responsibility for it. And I'm like, okay, you're right. You know, and I teach my guys, just take responsibility for it. And the customer's always right, right? That's what I've been taught over all my business training, college, and peers. And the customer's always right. Until I really got to know Ken, and Ken kind of turned my attention to the fact that the customer may be not always right.
Yeah, guys, there's a couple of privileges in our system, just so you know. Being in our Facebook group is a privilege. Okay, you can pay us money and we'll do the work for you. If you want a transactional relationship, we'll do that. But then, you know, being in a setting where someone goes negative, when you join the Facebook group, everyone agrees, positive, right? You know, we all praise publicly, reprimand privately. If you have an issue, get with us, right? Don't ask, you know, imagine in a Facebook group, a chat, we ask, hey, Kevin, have you stopped beating your wife yet? Right? It's like,
I heard you were getting help for that.
you know, just the question throws negative vibe into that group. I actually deleted somebody out
Poor
today.
Kevin, we know you're not beating your wife, Kevin.
Yeah, we know that.
At least I don't think you are.
But, you know, we have to be aware of the language out of our mouth in a public setting, whether it be in the Facebook group or in the chat, affects everybody else's business. And it's not that we don't love you if we delete your comment or we even remove you because you're persisting. It's because we care about everybody's business so much that evidently we haven't done enough training to let people know what's acceptable in a public forum and what's not. Okay. So, but yeah, and the other thing is being in the call center. Nobody's going to demand and say, hey, I paid my membership, I have a right to be in the call center. That's really not the case, guys. We need a really harmonious, united team in this call center that get along with each other, respect each other, and fit in as a group. And if you're a negative person, I can promise you this, you won't fit in with this group. Okay. You're just not. And so don't take it personal if you know, and don't think we're kicking you out of the company. If a negative person, we need to remove them from a chat or a Facebook group or not allow them to be in the call center. It's because we can't deliver your business if we don't have a harmonious, unified team. And but if you're removed from a Facebook group, if we delete your comments, we still will deliver. And that's the other thing, you know, when we talk about making things right, here's the rules that we give, guys. Get started, never quit, and be nice, please. Okay, just be nice. And if you want us to really make some concessions, there's two ways you can bat it. You can take a hammer to us until we bleed, or you can come up and just, hey, you know, hey, here's what's going on. Here's how I feel about it. You know, can you help me? Can you do something for me?
A lot better chances of getting.
You're going to get a lot better deal with Honey.
That's right. Yeah, 100%.
And one last thing I'm adding is please don't contact us on Sunday.
Yeah.
We have to unplug. Otherwise we burn out. Now,
And if you do try to DM us or contact us and we don't respond, right away, don't keep hammering us. We got your message. Trust me. We're just probably busy doing a lot of other things. And, you know, we got to pick our missions. We got to get focused and stick with our projects that we're on a lot of the time. So, but
you know, one thing that people, I think they're going to realize pretty darn quick, we're not a commodity. Okay. If there's a deficiency and you want to beat our team up, our admin team, or someone wants to be rooted in the call center, there's no one in second place to doing what we're doing. If you want to demand your rights and you want to throw your weight around, we invite you to leave. That's okay. This isn't for everybody. But if you're going to be here and you're going to be interacting with our team and you're going to be posting our Facebook group, please be positive, right? But yeah, you know, it's unfortunate because not everybody is on these calls. They don't get to know us and get to know our heart and even know why we're even doing this in the first place. And if things don't go around, they think scam and they go rude. It's like, I feel bad because they don't know what they don't know. There's no one even near, in my opinion. Okay. There's a lot of great business opportunities, but they are whatever you will make of it. Okay. But I don't know anyone that's willing to do for people what we're doing. And here's what it might sound cocky or whatever. It's not. It's really trying to be, you know, being sincere here. We spent more than $1 million in 10 years putting this together. Now with some breaks in the middle, 5 concentrated years and probably 2 million by now. And why would you do that? It's because somebody's got to do this. And if anywhere in the 10 years that anyone is anywhere close to what we're doing, we would have just joined them, driven leads into their system, let them do 99% of the work for us. And I'd be on the beach right now. But nobody is doing what we're doing. And so when people treat us like we're a commodity, and then try to make us dance like puppets on a string, we'll do it to a point. But at the end of the day, if you know, if somebody wants to, you know, if they're gonna, and I hope this means something, if they're gonna abuse you, then they'll be invited to leave. Okay, so well, we care and we give and we give and we give, but when people turn it around and then and start demanding and being negative, then they're really not a good fit for our Facebook group, our Facebook chat, or in our call center team. And I hope that resonates with you guys. We have our morale with our team, and you're going to hear from Simona here in a second. They love each other. They work together. You guys will love it. I mean, you hanging out. Some people will just hang out to have fun with our team because they're awesome. Simona, you want to make a comment on that, or anything else you want to comment on?
If I could, before we go to Simona, just touch on one last thing.
Oh yeah, sure.
Is it?
You bet.
Okay, so there was one more question that I really wanted to ask or answer, and it's what's the benefit of going from a pro to a elite if you already have an ad pack? Good question. Two-part answer. One, more leads.
A lot more leads. A lot more leads. Yeah.
And a lot more leads. Two, if you're doing a tour of your back office and you're showing people, I'm telling you guys, and you already know this. I'm not telling you anything you don't know. People do what they see. They don't do what they're told. Almost 100% of the time. They're going to do what they see. So if you're an elite, chances are your members signing up are going to come in at elite because you're an elite. They see what you're doing. They say, okay, I want to do what Sabian's doing. I want to do what Simone is doing. Whatever you're doing, I'm doing it. And that's how. And it works. I'm telling you right now, it works. That's why we put it right on the dashboard, what level you're at, right on the front. And then two, last thing, and then Simona, you're up. Ken, what is the exception to Sunday? Is there an exception to Sunday?
Oh yeah. You have great news. You want to buy $27,000 package? Feel free to text me anytime. Okay. Because that gives me energy. That's,
that wants it.
you know, I could take good news on Sunday any day. You know, it's not a religious thing. I have to unplug. Okay. I have to unplug. And if I'm getting even a question that I ignore until the next day, it's negativity in my mind when I'm trying to unplug. And you're diminishing our capacity to work for you. Okay. I learned this. I was doing loan modifications. I love rescuing people. That's part of my crusade. I spent 10 years saving hundreds of people from losing their home because I went through it myself. And I care so much. I was taking meetings on Sunday, and then I realized Monday I was spent. I never got ahead on Sunday because you got to unplug or you burn out. And so we love you guys so much. We're asking you to give us, and Steve, I mean, he works his guts off, but he lives in Hawaii. He lives on the Big Island, beautiful home, lots of toys. He's got a family, and he likes to go play with play on, he's riding his jet skis in the ocean there on the Big Island. We need him to do that, because when he goes out and recharges himself, he comes back, and the gifts that Steve brings when he is recharged with positive energy is unbelievable. So we don't want to diminish what Steve can contribute by the team or me, please, by even putting questions that might have a negative bent on Sunday. And I'm a spiritual person. I'm on my Sunday meeting and I get this text and oh crap. I can't do anything till Monday. I won't do anything till Monday. All you did is you pissed in my Cheerios. Yeah. I'm just asking you guys, we don't have like a closed sign. We're all in. We give every minute we can, but we're human. We have our limits. And so if you have great news on Sunday, by all means, share it. But yeah, we appreciate you guys understanding. We do have a limit. We give as much as we can, but when someone gives you good news or has an encouraging word, it lifts your spirit, right? And unfortunately, the opposite is true too. And if you're getting that on your only time off, then it's it diminishes our, you know, you want Steve coming back with full charge battery. And I think you want me to do the same, because when we're back and we're charged, we work really hard for you guys.
Absolutely.
Uh,
All right, Simona.
all right. Yeah. Almost forgot. Go ahead, Simona.
Good afternoon,
By
everyone.
the way, I want to give kudos to Simona. While we've been working on the other things, we did a job board. We spent, you know, $14,000 on job ads, driving leads into the system. We have thousands of people that have applied, and they're coming behind you guys, by the way. I meant to make that clear. We had the core. Today is you. I need to make sure we're ready for tomorrow. We might bump it a couple of days, Simona. But what we want to do is get the core team and this expanded team and get you guys really trained. So when all these job candidates are coming in, we're going to pair them up. So you will become the mentors really quick. But guys, we're going to blow this out of the water. But while we're doing all this prep work and automating our orientation process, Simona has just been Simona and Sue and Janet and Eduardo and John have been leading the charge. So Simona, thank you so much. She got her team way further ahead than I even thought. And when I saw that here on Friday and yesterday, I'm like, oh wow, we're ready. so we're like, okay, thanks Simona, because of your hard work, we're ready. Now you could thank her that you were invited here today, because if she hadn't have done, if Simona and the team hadn't have done this prep work, we wouldn't be here today. So thank you, Simona, for all your hard work. What would you like to share?
First of all, I want to humble myself by saying thank you and Steve and Dawn for giving me that opportunity. As a teacher by trade, from going from the children or the young people to this platform to do more, which I've had a calling on my life for a long time. So you guys gave me an opportunity to do that, not knowing that I was going to do that, but I was blessed to do that. And I just want to say, I think Dawn was in yesterday. It was right on time. He helped me handle some things. And just what you were talking about coming with negativity, yeah, it came and Dawn handled it. And it was so awesome. I was so glad he was there, because I really was so glad he was there and he handled it. And I thank Dawn. Dawn is such a tech person. He's awesome. I just want to say that um, we have to remember to bring a certain amount of professionalism to this as well, because I've had a couple people come through who were sleeping when they were supposed to be so-called interview. And I had a couple people who came through and they were vaping during the session. So I want to just invite everybody that, yeah, I'm not saying we got to be all dressed up and, you might have to hide your little bad hairdo or something. But I do want to say that let's bring a little bit of professionalism to this, because we're going to the next level and we need to bring the next best level. And even though, Steve is on the beach and all of that, you still see this certain thing that he brings as he comes. He brings it. They're not all dressed up in suits and tie, but there's just that energy of professionalism. And so we need to do that. We're in the call center. We want everybody to go away and say, hey, that was an awesome experience. And, as Ken talked about that enthusiasm, I never sold any package. But when I got done talking to them, they were excited. They were like, what do I need to do next? They just want to know that there's integrity here. They just want to know they're not being scammed. There's a lot of scamming going on out there, but it's not here. So I just wanted to let everybody know that. And with that being said, I want everybody, if you can come out this evening. I've been asked to speak again over SHG. So I got a call and I'm just asking for your support. If you know how to pray, pray, because I wasn't expecting it. But I do have things to say about the different companies that I love, because I came from SHG to here. Oh my goodness. What a blessing. And I'm not going out of SAG and I'm not leaving PhD quit. That's not in my vocabulary either. So I feel like most of you will probably come in for the training with us. And so I haven't had any argument with anybody. I'm talking about that we've been working with, training or anything. Those guys are off the chain. They come every day, 11 o'clock. I was like, dang, they're all coming here today. They come and they know it's awesome. It's just awesome. So to have people, to have us all like a family like this, I've met many of you already, and I feel like we're family. So let's do this journey together. There's a lot of negativity going on around us, all in the United States and everywhere that all of you know about. Let's make PhD a safe place and let's burn this together. And with that being said, if you can support this evening, just be on. I would be so happy. I feel like the rest of my family's there. So thank you guys.
Awesome. Thank you, Simona. Janet, I want after I share what I want to share as fast as I can, I'd like to go to you. That's your granddaughter. She is so cute. What's her name?
Nori.
All right.
Nori.
Nori. Yeah, she's
our baby.
she is so cute.
He also works in the call center.
Our youngest member. That's great.
And,
Awesome.
and by the way, you guys, I do pop up every once in a while in my tank top, and sometimes I'm on the beach. But hey, isn't that the lifestyle that we're selling, that we're offering, that we're promoting,
Yes.
we're building,
Yes.
that we're aspiring to?
Yep. We all want to be like Steve. A year from now, I'll be in the same deal.
It's a lifestyle choice. So.
That's right.
Work from
I'm
anywhere.
actually shopping for a houseboat, trailerable houseboats. I'll be traveling the country. I'll have the best internet on the houseboat. I'll be doing these Zooms from the most beautiful places on the planet.
Can't wait, man.
So that's what I'll be doing in the next 12 months.
Yeah, baby. Come on.
All right, guys. Well, I want to bang through some things really quick. I think I want to just bang through the solar component, just so you understand that, guys. And then we'll clarify a little bit more on the commission. And then I want you to meet. After that, I'd like you to meet some of the people that Sue and Janet and Eduardo. I'd like you to hear from them because you're going to be working with them. And by the way, guys, I think what we'll do, in case anybody has to go, I don't want to invite all the job candidates. I want to do this tomorrow. Okay. We'll get this recording there. So anyone that didn't make today will be able to go get caught up. Let's meet tomorrow at the same time, and we'll get into more nitty-gritty detail. Okay. We needed this foundation, but now we're going to be moving on to the more of the detail here. So let me go ahead and share my screen here. Okay, so when it comes to setting solar appointments, this is huge. Okay, by the way, before I forget to mention, Reach Solar is having a Super Saturday this Saturday. Okay, now we're not saying that everybody has to go to every event of all of our companies. It gets to be overwhelming. And when you get into Reach Solar training, you can do it their way. You don't have to do it their way. We have our own way, but you could do it a hybrid too. Okay. So, but they have a Super Saturday coming up this Saturday. I normally don't have like Prosperity Highway Global or Sparky like we have in the past in any team event. I'd like to make a statement Saturday. Okay. So I'd like to invite as many of our team as possible to show up on Reach Solar training. And don't be afraid to have at least a Sparky face in the background. Okay. I want to show up in force this Saturday. It's our goal to do 50% of Reach Solar's volume from our team. And I believe we can do at least that. Okay. This has been a sleeping giant. We have thousands of people on Reach Solar. We hadn't really kicked the production in until this call center. Now we're ready to blow the roof off this thing. Okay. And when I share this, I think you'll understand why. So when you're going through and you're doing the onboarding, they buy a membership, you get a commission. They buy a bigger membership, you get a bigger commission, right? They buy an ad pack, you get a commission. You buy a bigger ad pack, you get a bigger commission. So there's the commissions. Whatever you earn through Sunday, you'll get paid the following Friday. Okay. So that's the weekly cash flow that from our call center. Now the Sparky points are different. Of course, that's building. You can apply those into the packs. And we may have a special where your Sparky points are worth more in the month of March, by the way. So that's going to get you the ad packs faster. So, and by the way, we have people in our call center that have earned a platinum ad pack already. So if they left the call center and they own that ad pack, they're already, in my opinion, because they spent months in our call center, they're already assured that they're going to have a 6-figure residual income. Okay, so our goal is we want to get as many Sparky points for you guys build up where not only are you making money from your effort, but you're leveraging the whole system. But this is a big part, guys. Now, I know the owner of Reach Solar, Casey, going back to my prepaid legal days when we are both at the top of that company. Trained by the same people, right philosophies, really cares about the customer, really cares about us. Great company. Anyway, spent some time with them, and they're going to have to spend a little programming dollars to get what we really want. We'll have to figure out in the meantime. But the way that they have it is when you submit a bill, you don't have to sell solar. You submit a bill, you set an appointment, it turns into a deal. And by the way, if you talk to your neighbor and you did that, you just talked to someone and submit a bill and the deal goes through, somebody else sold it, you'll make $800 to start. On your second deal, you'll make more, $960. That's on average. Some are bigger, some are twice, some are half. The third, you'll make more. The fourth, you'll make more. And the fifth, you'll make more. Okay, so we help you get up to this level and you refer someone for solar one a month, there's an extra $1,400 a month if you do it on your own. And we're not limiting you. You could do things the Reach Solar way and do things outside of our call center and get the whole thing, no problem. However, we have a huge advantage here, right? You'll be able to go to level 5 in a week, potentially, maybe faster. Okay, why? Because you don't have to go to your neighbor. We already have the prospects coming in. So when you're going through the onboard process and when you're helping them toward the back office, you're building rapport. Then you make some commissions. You get them connected with the companies you're building rapport. See, you're going to actually help them sign up and Reach Solar. And well, while you're there, you can say, well, hey, why don't we see how much money we can save you? It's natural. It's not pressure. So guys, we're going to have a solar appointment machine. Okay, so imagine when you're doing this onboarding on top of your commissions, let's do the math. So you're getting half of this. Now, when Casey does the extra programming, it'll be an automatic split where we'll have, okay, it's going to go to you as the appointment setter and the affiliate who drove the lead in. You'll split it. We're going to have to get creative here during the transition, which is one of the reasons why I would like to make a statement Saturday. I want them to know Prosperity Highway Global and Team Sparky's in the house and we're ready. Okay. So they're going to be motivated to spend the money on the programming to do the split. In the meantime, we'll figure it out, right? It might be one for you, one for them, one for you, one for them, but we'll figure it out. But what this means is when you're going through the onboarding and you're helping them sign up and Reach, you say, well, hey, I noticed you live in a state where we have solar. How about we get you a quote? Oh, okay, great. So statistically with Reach Solar, 1 out of every 4 bills that are submitted or appointments set turn into a deal. So what that means to you, on top of the commissions, on top of the Sparky points, if you set 4 appointments in a week, which I think would be extremely doable, then you would be making half of the 14 because you're going to get up to the level 5 really quick here. So that's $700 a week extra on top of everything else part-time. Okay. That's an extra, what, $3,000 a month? Just setting 4 appointments a week. Now that's, some deals go through quicker than others. It's a slower money, but it's still money. Okay, so you know if you come in and you're part of this onboard team and you're helping people and you're setting appointments, several in a week, you're making an extra $3,000 a month on top of everything else. Now, what if you did 4 appointments in a day? I believe that some of you here will be setting 4 appointments in a day. That's $700 a day. That's an extra $3,500 a week. Setting appointments. You didn't sell anything. You didn't prospect. You just took our interested people that are coming in anyway. You showed a service attitude. You took good care of them and you set an appointment. Easy peasy, right? Extra $3,500 a week for some of you. So can you make a 6-figure income? just with Reach Solar as an appointment center? I believe many of you will, but that's not the best part. Okay, it gets even better. So what's cool is that's you setting appointments. But what about if some of the people of your team come in and they're in the call center and they're setting appointments? Well, you're going to be, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to skip to that one. You're going to be making a direct override off every one of your team's appointments setting. So recommendation, get as many people on your team in the call center setting appointments as you possibly can, because you're going to be making a direct match on every single appointment that they set that goes through. Okay, now the other cool thing, I mentioned that you can be a product specialist in here, and this is one of those cases, and that is being actually selling solar. And guys, I believe we have different personality types, and that's what makes us so powerful. We have people that are non-salesy; they just want to help, and they can get what they want out of it. We have people that can do a little bit of sales and set appointments. They're not going to do any hard close sales, but they can set appointments and they can make some great now money. We have a dialer. They have a dialer in Reach Solar that some people are doing outbound. They'll set appointments for themselves and they'll sell it, and they can make $5,000 for doing one sell. Some people in Reach Solar with that dialer can do one a day, so they can make $5,000 a day, complete self-contained unit, calling, setting your own appointment, closing the deal. So that's why I have the now money and wow money on this slide, because I would consider 5,000 a day. That's more than $1 million a year on your own personal production, calling, setting appointments for yourself and selling solar. Now, there's going to be some individuals that will do that. I believe the people that are inclined to do the outbound and run the numbers and do the cold calling and setting the appointments are not necessarily the person that's going to go in and be an analytical salespeople and do a salesperson for solar. Some will do both, but the power of our system, guys, is if you want to progress and be a solar representative and sell solar, then you could be getting this commission. So let's say we do a split like we do on the appointments, and you're getting half of the 3,000, so $1,500 a deal. Okay, you might say, oh, well, I'm only getting half. Well, no, you can go sell your own deals and keep it all. That we're not taking anything away, but here's what we're doing. If you're one of our solar specialists and you want to learn how to sell solar, what if you had multiple appointments a day because of this team and this machine? Would you be okay only making $1,500 a day as a solar specialist in our system? Okay, that's $7,500 a week. Okay, that's not small money. Okay, rather than pushing people into areas that they're uncomfortable in or they're not utilizing their strengths, we do things as a team. So when you come in, we start everybody as a liaison, and then we progress you to your ideal destination. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Now I'll give you the numbers. Out of 1,000 people in our model, 950 of them will not set an appointment, and they will not sell solar. They're going to be builders. They're going to make what we call overrides. Okay, overrides. This is my favorite slide. Overrides. Okay, well, when we're building you a team with this machine because you bought a package or you earned Sparky dollars, and we're building you a team, you don't need a big team to make a six-figure income here. If you just had 3 teams, and you'll have a lot more people, but we'll consolidate it into 3 teams, and you had 15 sales from appointment setters, 15 sales in a month, your overrides now, guys, are 100,000 a year. Okay, I believe people that are purchasing our platinum packages on our way to get them the 2,000 members, probably my goal is within 90 days, they're making 100,000 a year in overrides just with Reach Solar. If they weren't even, just from owning a platinum package, okay, or working in the call center. So I think it's a short-term goal. Get 1,000 people making 100,000 a year just in Reach Solar. So that's a pretty significant piece of what we're doing. Now, again, if we could accomplish this in 3 to 6 months, what can we do in a year? What can we do in 2 years with Reach Solar? Well, with a little bit bigger team, that you could be making that every single month. Now, I know not everybody can wrap their mind around big money, but it's here. You can tune that out for now and just focus on 100,000 a year, but it's here. What if it took you a year or 2 years to get to 50,000 a month with this one income stream? Okay. Well, I'm going to show one more. Okay. I believe there'll be people here that will be making, and Steve and I plan on being one of them, and hopefully you are too, that will be making $1 million a year in overrides just with Reach Solar. Okay. So that's what we do. We build teams. And when we build teams and you can get paid on 5 companies, and this is one of them, it's huge. Now, I want to tell you why we initially added solar in the first place, because a couple of years ago, we're vice presidents in Savings Highway, and we have a good team. And so I'm learning about solar, and the guys said, well, how many people does it take for you to make $1 million a year in solar? I'm like, well, about 25,000 people. And that's a very typical answer for most network marketing models. Well, I asked him, I said, well, how many people does it take $1 million a year in solar? He said 5. I said, excuse me? Oh, how many? He said 5. I said, can you expand on that? He says, yeah, if you had a team of 5 and they were making 2 sales a week, your overrides would be $1 million a year. I'm like, you have my attention. You have my attention. And it's available, guys. Solar is big ticket items. And in my opinion, there's not really a company. When I say this, I'm speaking to what it can be. There's not a company out there really doing it right. And you might see, well, that sounds cocky or whatever, but it's just kind of the industry, right? Most of the solar is done door to door. It's high pressure. It's, taking advantage of homeowners because of the model that they have. And Reach Solar has a totally different model. And their number one priority is treating the customer right. And that fits our model. I don't want to make a bunch of money because a bunch of people were ripped off in solar, number one. Number two, the reason why Casey started Reach Solar is we were with a previous company he was with, and they ripped him off of $800,000 in commissions. And guess what, guys? In solar, that's kind of the norm. You have all these people selling solar, and they're getting ripped off from their commissions all the time. And one thing I know about Casey, knowing him for 25 years and everything in place here, that's why he built this company. He actually sold for another company that ripped him off. It's like, there's not a company out there that he could find that is doing it right in a model. And guys, the way he structured this, because I've not found a model that really respects the builder. But Casey, having been a builder and having gotten the short end of the stick, is very sensitive to treating the reps right. And so with our model, where we like to take the task and slice it down, we have builders, which is 95% will never sell solar with us. They'll make lots of money overriding solar, right? But then we'll have, 5% setting appointments, and that's where you guys come in. You can make, I believe many of our team will be making a 6-figure income just with the appointment setting. And some of you will want to go and learn how to sell solar. So guys, there's some huge money there. Again, I love the model. You can set appointments, you can sell solar, or you don't have to do either one. You can just make overrides. And that's the power of our system, is we leverage this whole thing as a team, and everybody can get in where they fit in. But I wanted you guys to know that that's a big part of your compensation. So when I'm going to go into the details on the compensation plan tomorrow. We'll get into the nitty gritty. We'll get more specific. But I know this has been a lot of time. I wanted to make sure that I really let you guys know how important solar is. What I love, guys, it's a big ticket item where nobody has to do any money out of pocket. Reach Solar is free. The training is free. The homeowners don't have to take any money out of pocket 99% of the time, I would say. And so it's a chance for us to make some really big money with a high ticket item without having to be some big hard closing call center room. But I think it's a great fit with what we're doing here. And one last point I want to share, guys. Right now, the 3 streams of income is $30. Then our 4th company will be free to start. You can start for free. And the 5th company, the low point is 20. So that's by design. We don't want to leave anyone out. When we're building you a team, this system builds you a team. We don't want anybody left out with income streams. So when you build a team, we got the good news from a programmer today that he said that it's pretty well ready. So when we roll out the 4th company, it's really cool. It's going to start at the top, and we'll be given 12 hours to sign up, and then our link will go down to the next person. Now, we don't want to take 12 hours, right? So if level 2 signs up in 10 minutes, level 3 can sign up in 10 minutes later. Level 4 can sign up 10 minutes later, but we want to respect everyone, and we're going to get lots of word out and say, okay, we're rolling in a 4th stream of income. We want you to have the spot you deserve, but you have 12 hours to pull the trigger. And we'll give plenty of notice, and then we'll go to the next level. If everybody took 12 hours, it could take 10 days. But I think, if we really promote it, I think we can go down 20 levels deep in about 48 hours. Okay, so that's going to be great news for a lot of us, guys. You have 3 streams of income. By the end of March, you'll have 4, and you'll have 5 streams of income. And then you add it with this big ticket item with Reach Solar. Guys, I'm so fired up. We have spent years getting to this point, millions of dollars getting to this point. And this is day 1 with our call center as far as beyond our core team. So I'd like to welcome everybody to be here with our team. The sky's the limit, really. And so we're flexible. You can work from anywhere on the planet as long as you have internet connection. You're part of an awesome team, a positive team that works together, that are literally feeding each other. And so it's pretty special, guys. And we're so happy to have you here. Steve, are you still there? Do you have a last minute comment before we? I did. I mentioned this, guys. I almost forgot. I would like Janet to say hi, and Sue to say hi, and Edward to say hi. Just real quick, guys, I just want you to know them. They're a foundation of what we're doing, and they've worked really hard for our members, and I can't say thank you enough for what they've done. So Janet, you want to start us off?
Sure. Hi, everyone. Thank you, Ken. Thank you and Steve for everything that you do for us, and especially for the call center, really. I have never imagined working in a call center and getting this type of treatment. I've worked in call centers for many, many, many years, and this has been the best. And I love you guys. I mean, every time, I think I told you on the call a few days ago, every time I want to stop and say, okay, I'm tired, I can't do this anymore, I gotta go and relax, it's like, oh no, I forgot one more thing, I need to do with this one more thing. So it's exciting, you guys. Take time, learn the system really well. We're here to help you. We don't make fun of anyone. No question is a stupid question. The only way that you can learn is to ask questions. If we don't even know the answer, we just go right straight to Ken and Steve, and they usually get back to us immediately. If they're not available to answer a question, we just wait and tell you we'll get you the right answer when we have one. So we're excited to be here, excited to work with all of you, and good luck to everyone. We'll see you tomorrow.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Janet. And I tell you what, that experience you mentioned, I don't know if it was Friday night or Saturday night.
Yeah. Saturday night.
Saturday night. So we had this list that we were going through, and she wanted to take this customer and take care of this customer and take care of this customer. And I'm thinking, okay, we're about done now. And then she's got another customer. I mean, it was right up till 7:30. I'm like, Janet, can I go now? I have dinner. I have dinner plans. So,
I told him he wasn't allowed to have dinner with his wife.
I love it when the team presses even harder than we do. Janet, in a friendly way, you're a beast. You're amazing.
Thank you.
Love you so much, and
Love you too.
and Sue and the team. Is Sue available to say hello? Is Edward available? You've already heard from Simona.
I'm available.
Awesome, Sue. By the way, I tell you, she has been a pillar for this team. She's had some health challenges here lately, and you know, we're flexible with you guys. We'll work around whatever your situation is, but she just loves helping people, and she's been found it such an important and continues to be an important part of our team. Sue, thank you so much for for what you've done. Whatever you'd like to share would be great.
Thank you all. I'm going to make a rare live appearance and say hello.
Awesome,
Nobody ever gets
Sue.
to see me live very
Awesome.
often. So did want to say hello, but just to let everybody know, I've been around almost a year and a half, not quite, but almost a year and a half. And I planted my flag after I found out the dedication of these gentlemen that own this company. And they're the real deal. And I've seen Ken dig through database after database after database to find who the right person is to attach this person that came aboard. He makes sure they get to the right sponsor. I've spent hours with him putting databases together to move from one system to the other. Steve is just, and Don, everybody here is just amazing. And I have planted my flag here. I'm not going anywhere. And I just really want to thank you, Ken, Steve, and Don as well. And thank my team, my sister Simona. We work so well together. And Jeanette, the same. We're helping each other however we can. And Eduardo, he's the late bloomer, but he's definitely a big part of our team. So anyway, that's all I have to say. I want to thank you all for putting this together because I think this is what's going to create my generational wealth. So thank you so much.
Awesome. Thanks. And by the way, Sue's earned a $5,400 pack. We'll be adding that to your back office here soon. Sue.
Oh, thanks. That's great to hear. Awesome.
Absolutely. Yeah, you've been critical to our team. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Let's go. If you don't mind, Tim, I'm going to go to Eduardo here next. I want you to be the anchor, Tim. Eduardo, what would you like to share?
Hello guys, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, nice. I just turn on my camera here with my cell phone because mine doesn't work. But hello guys, I'm happy to speak here with you. First of all, I would like to say a big thanks, right, to all the team, to Ken, Steve, to Janet, Simona, Sue, because they have been with me since day one, right? They teach me all what I know, right, about the call center, about how to use the program, about replying to tickets. You know, it's been a while right now. I've been working with you guys for I think since November, and it's been like I just have good things to say about what we're doing. I feel really like happy about what we're doing right now. Right, when we start like just replying tickets, then we are like starting a call center, and then we have like all these meetings that we have like from Monday to Friday, and we have been like teaching people and explain what we're doing. And I just want to say thanks, right, for the opportunity to be working for you guys, because as you have heard, like Ken took me from a call from like a staffing company. And it was like it was kind of difficult. I've been working like for the past probably 8 years, 7 years in call centers and different like in customer service. And I would like to let you know that this is like different that all my previous jobs, right? It doesn't even feel like it's a job, you know. It feels amazing. I'm really happy every time that Ken needs something and he asked me, hey, can you jump into Zoom to help him? It's been just great, you know, because we have a really good time. We are obviously working in stuff, but I mean, at the same time, as I'm saying, it doesn't feel like a job, you know. It feels like we are helping each other. Uh, we are improving stuff for you guys, for all the team, for what we're doing. And this is just been great, you know, it's been really great. I really like what we're doing. And I would like invite you guys to experience the same. I would like you to experience the same that I'm experiencing. It just matter of like with a little bit more. Stay with us in the call center, and you will see like a good things are about to come. So yeah, thanks a lot, Steve and Ken, for giving me this opportunity. Yep, uh, you will see that good things are about to come.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Eduardo. And we were so impressed when we interviewed him to bring him on. He's owned his own coffee shop. His entrepreneurial side. His tech skills are amazing. He's actually helped me set up a lot of other technology, coached me through it. And just so you know, guys, we want to open Spanish as soon as we possibly can, because there's a big demand, and so we're really blessed to have Eduardo. He's going to help us expand into Spanish fast, as fast as possible. They say if you could speak Spanish and English, you could talk to half to the world, and so that will be our first language. And it's anyway, yeah, he has so many skills, and I'm so excited, Eduardo, to invite you to the prosperity parties, so you can be making 10, 20, 100 times whatever that staffing company was willing to pay you, and you deserve it, buddy. You deserve all the prosperity that you can achieve here. So thank you. All right, Tim, you still there? I'm hoping.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Hey, just so you guys know, so we have our 3 core companies right now. Prosperity Highway Global, the very first company we launched with was Savings Highway Global. We've been with Steve since 2015, 2016, and we love the company, the values, the values of the company, the value of the product and services, and I met Tim Jones. He's the director of member services for the company, and he's like a brother to me. And what I say, guys, is Savings Highway, the people there, they're not only like-minded, but they're like-hearted, and it's all about giving and helping. And Tim's just what a servant leader. Thank you, Tim, for all you do. Whatever you'd like to share. Oh, by the way, he's kind of like our specialist, of course. So he'll be doing ongoing trainings and really help expand our team's knowledge, because there's so much value there. But Tim, go ahead, share whatever you'd like to share.
Well, I won't hold you long, Ken. Thank you so much to all the wonderful people that's part of this amazing call center. And like I said, my service is just as far as you needing more expertise on what SHG does, I'm here for you. Just want to say thank you to every person on this call. We're on a mission, and this mission is so very important. And I'm saying this because I just want to share my heart. You're coming from a person who had to deal with homelessness for 3.5 years. So I hate poverty. I hate it with a passion. And knowing there's a usdebtclock.org, if you ever been there, to see the United States economy and what's happening out there in the marketplace. What we're doing here and what Steve and Ken and Don and all of you are first starting with ourselves is to get ourselves out of debt. And as you get debt free, or if you're already there, congratulations. I don't want to assume anything, but if you get debt free and we share this information to help the next person get debt free, we honestly can bring the United States of America back to where it's supposed to be, in a prosperous land. Because debt is heavy, it's mean, it tears marriages up, it tears up relationships. And this is so important, to have people with integrity who is willing to put their reputation on the line. And you guys are willing to do the same, because now we have a clarion call, if you will, or a cause that's bigger than ourselves. What is not so important to help people get out of debt? I mean, think about the what's really required of what we're about to do. This is way beyond just us, folks. It's way beyond us. This is why it's called Prosperity Highway Global. The key word is prosperity, not poverty. And we're going to need people with prosperity mindsets. Now, everybody's not there. So our job is that we can only help the ones that want to be helped. God knows we want to help everybody. We can only help the ones that want to be helped. And it starts with you. And I'm so proud to say that, Ken. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, my friend, as we go change a generation. And this is this. So I just want to tap my hat off to you, sir. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Appreciate you.
Oh, thank you, Tim. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. We have an amazing team of people. I tell you, I'm so blessed. We're so blessed to have this amazing team that really give everything. I mean, they give their heart and soul to what we're doing. And like attracts like. That's why you guys are here. I know there's plenty here that didn't speak that are like-minded, like-hearted, and have amazing skills. I so excited. Day one, guys, you're here. This is it. We're opening the doors to the call center. One last thing, Don, if that's Don Braden, you need to start putting your last initial, because I'm not sure if that's the Don or not. Don, is that you, Braden?
I will start putting Braden.
Okay, even your last initial. I hate to set it up and then you not be there. So, all right, guys, you have to hear Don. Okay, and then we're done. Don has been with me like the whole 10 years. Okay, co-founder, been through the whole thing. A servant leader. I mean, he helps everybody. No thought to who downline they're in. He's just amazing. One of Don's gifts, we like to close a lot of our calls. He kind of has the 40,000-foot view, the big picture, and really has a gift for kind of summing things up and wrapping things up. So we're going to go to Don, and then we're going to invite everyone to unmute yourself and say goodbye to each other. And we'll have our next call tomorrow, guys. We'll see if we can condense it more, but this is like the inaugural call. And again, go to the website. Make sure you get to the training website, fill out the availability form, watch the training, watch the demo that's on the liaison area, and be here tomorrow. And really, the nitty gritty starts tomorrow. So this is our foundation. What appropriate way to end the call with Don. So Don, take us home, brother.
No pressure, right? It's an honor to be here to watch all the people, new people, existing people that have learned how to be servant leaders. Kind of reminds me of when I talk about things, people have heard me talk about the sower, the one who's planting seeds, that literally when you see the movie or you see a video of the sower, if you go on YouTube or go out on the internet, look at it, you'll see somebody carrying a big, huge sack or bag on their shoulder, just walking out in the field and taking handfuls of seed to cast them in the air, to have them land wherever they say. And it says that some fell in good soil, some fall on the stony path, some fall in the other side, and the birds come by and eat it, etc. We're in that process of sowing, of giving, of serving. And what we learn about abundance and what we learn about harvest is there is no promise that you're going to get from where you gave. What the promise is that you're supposed to give. Then the harvest will happen based upon where the seeds fall. The good news is we don't know what your soil is. Everybody here is a certain quality, capability, skill, opportunities. I spend a lot of time as a fly on the wall in a Zoom room, just listening, just gathering information, just gathering tools to be able to serve my team, my people, and the Prosperity Highway community system. I learn so much when I do that from other people who are also servant leaders. Tim Jones, Jeanette, Sue, Simona, Steve, Ken, John, all of them. I go Eduardo. I mean, had a technical problem, spent 10 minutes with Eduardo, and he relieved stress in my life very simply and easily. Nothing's more simple than that which we understand, nor more difficult than that which we do not understand. Seek to be understood is not the right way. Seek to understand where people are at. I understand how you feel. If I were in your shoes, I'd feel the same way. We all have an opportunity here to bless people's lives, to create something more for other people. And when we do that, we create something greater than we are for ourselves and our legacy. I hope you understand the vision of our visionary people. Ken and Steve want to bless thousands of people. You can be involved in this mission with us. You can accelerate us. You can raise the tide, or you can, as Ken says, be the anchor that's going to be sitting there holding us back. I invite you all to lean in, to join us, to join the journey, to enjoy the experience and the opportunity of literally giving and helping people. It is a wonderful, warm experience to be able to do something to help people without a thought of what you're going to get. Just know that the law of abundance is real. It lives on. It will continue to deliver and bless your lives and other people. And that's why we have the Prosperity Highway Global. We have an automatic income system. It's called Sparky. We have an automatic duplication system that allows you to duplicate yourself and to create something greater than you are. And that's what we all get to enjoy by being here. I would go and invite people, get more and more people here to share the opportunity and to be involved in the call center starting tomorrow at noon. Is that what it is?
Yeah, noon Mountain Time. That's
2
right.
o'clock Eastern time. I love that we have to worry about time zones of 8 hours and 2 hours and 4 hours. Why? Because that means we're not limited to Utah. We're not limited to Bountiful. We're not limited to whatever little town you're in. We are worldwide. We are an internet opportunity, a virtual call center operation business, advertising business that you get to enjoy from all the talents of Ken and Steve and everybody here. Thank you for all what everybody does. And I look forward to rubbing shoulders with you on the beaches and also in the basements and also in the houses around the world. Back to you, Ken.
Awesome. Thanks, Don. Never disappoints. Way to go. Way to go. What a gift. So guys, just one reminder before we all unmute and say goodbye to each other. Make sure you go to the training site. You get there in your back office. Remember, go into getting started, go down to hit the button, log in, Sparky with the capital S, Sparky 2025 $sign. You'll get to the site. The number one action we're looking for you guys to do is at least go down and fill out that availability button, because that will also allow us to make sure that we have your email and your phone number of the people that are showing up, right? So the people that show up are number one. We want to make sure that you're served first. Just kind of natural, right? So work with the people that are showing up. And I want to make sure none of you fall through the cracks. Okay, so make sure you go to the training site and fill out that availability form. Other than that, guys, we'll be back tomorrow at noon Mountain Time, 2 o'clock Eastern. Thank you guys so much. We'll go ahead and unmute now, and you can go ahead and say goodbye to each other. Thanks, guys. Love you. Love you all.
Goodbye,
Bye, everyone.
See you
Thanks,
tomorrow.
everyone. Have a good night.
Bye, everybody. Have a great one.
Tomorrow.
Everyone.
Bye.
Thank
you.
Take care.
You guys
See you
rock.
tomorrow.
Hey, good night.
Thank you.
Bye.
Sparky, Sparky.
Yes. Go
Let the games begin. Let the games begin.
I'll be back.
Yes, we'll be back.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
We'll be back. Thank you.